From Hollywood, it's time now for Edmund O'Brien as...
Johnny Dollar.
Jim Morris, Johnny. You working on a case?
Founded Kentucky, yes, but not insurance.
Good. Will you go out to the West Coast for us?
Maybe. What is it? Murder, marine theft, arson, or something new?
It's nothing yet. Our manager in Los Angeles phoned this morning. A woman out there wants to buy a $200,000 policy on her life.
Well?
Oh, it's not that we don't want the business, but the sales agent doesn't want to take the responsibility of a deal that size. He thinks she's holding something back. We've decided to investigate.
How old is she?
I don't know. Why?
Well, I thought I'd ask. There's one kind of woman to investigate, you know, and then there's another. When do you want me to leave?
Edmund O'Brien, in another adventure of the man with the action-packed expense account. America's fabulous freelance insurance investigator.
Yours truly, Johnny Dollar. Expense account submitted by Special Investigator Johnny Dollar to Home Office, Great Eastern Life Insurance Company, Hartford, Connecticut. The following is an accounting of expenditures during my investigation of the Nora Faulkner matter. Expense account item 1, $220 airfare and incidentals between Hartford and the Great East Building, Miracle Mile, Wilshire Boulevard, Los Angeles. The only apparent miracle was the fact that pedestrians crossed Wilshire constantly without getting killed.
Mr. Snyder, we'll see you now, Mr. Dollar.
Thanks.
Sorry to keep you waiting, Mr. Dollar.
That's all right.
Let's see. Nora Tracy Faulkner. Here you are.
Thanks. 200,000 to go to her husband. How did it start, Mr. Snyder?
She phoned one of our salesmen, a fellow by the name of Nelson. He went out to her house. The address is there. And she told him what she wanted. He says he was counting his commission at first, but after he filled out the application, he began to wonder.
About what?
Her. She told him she planned on paying 6 months' premiums and wanted to know how soon the policy would be in effect. Acted unnatural, as he put it. I think we ought to find out about her.
I don't like this kind of thing. It's a blind search. I don't even know what I'm looking for. But I'll start on it in the morning, and I'll let you know how I come out. Expense account item 2, $3 cab fare. The usual way to start an investigation of this type is with the subject's neighbors. From the male faction, I learned that Nora Faulkner was beautiful and obviously above reproach. The female faction reversed that decision and reported that she lived with her husband and his mother, but hadn't been seen for the past few days. Realizing that mothers-in-law are fair sources of information, I put her next on my list. Mrs. Faulkner, the elder, sported short, iron gray hair, and her face told the story of an endless battle to hang on to youth.
Come into the drawing room, Mr. Dollar. I think we could be comfortable there.
Thank you.
I'll close the doors. You could see by the way that maid was eyeing you that she's an incurable pariah.
I didn't notice.
She's impossible. Well, what did you find out? Who is she seeing in Las Vegas?
I beg your pardon?
Nora, what did you learn? I'm her mother-in-law.
Oh, yes, I know that, but maybe you have me confused with someone else.
You want the detective? The maid announced you as an investigator.
I'm an insurance investigator, Mrs. Faulkner.
Well, then, you're not from that agency. Oh, well, this is embarrassing, to say the least. I hope you won't mention it to anyone.
Well, it's none of my business.
It's really nothing. It's a little game I play with Nora. Then I tease her about her little trips. Please sit down, Mr.
Dollar.
Of course. I feel so foolish, but my daughter-in-law was mentioned when you came in, wasn't she?
Yes, I did want to talk to you about her. To be quite honest, the company that hired me is a little uneasy about that $200,000 life insurance policy she applied for.
Nora applied?
Yes. You didn't know about it?
No, I didn't. Of course, she never tells me anything. Why would she do a thing like that? She's a clever woman. There must be a reason. Who's the beneficiary, Mr. Dollar?
Your son, Andrew.
I see. Then I would say it's one of her unexplainable maneuvers. An attempt to regain Andrew's trust and affection.
That's an odd thing to say.
Nora's a strange woman. I know her better than anyone else does. Yes, better by far than my son, her husband. I understand how she rushed him into marriage while he was in a highly emotional state after he'd been inducted into the army. He was just 19. That was in 1942. I know the gay life she led while he was living in foxholes overseas and while he was convalescing here after the war.
Mrs. Faulkner, I realize that all these things seem very important to you, but...
Mother, Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't know you had company.
Come along, Andrew. You were told that I had company, and you know it. This is Mr. Dollar, Andrew, from an insurance company.
How do you do?
Mr. Faulkner?
Andrew, why do you keep things from me?
What do you mean?
Mr. Dollar is from an insurance company. Surely you know what I mean.
No, I don't.
Nora's new insurance policy.
Why don't you explain what you're talking about, Mother?
Nora applied for a $200,000 life insurance policy. You are to be the beneficiary. Didn't she tell you?
She hasn't said anything about it yet.
Of course she hasn't. There are a number of things she hasn't told you. I warned you before.
Mother?
Now, don't be angry with me, Andrew.
Then please leave.
As you wish, Andrew. You know that everything I do is or say is for you.
Then leave.
All right. Please control your temper.
I'm sorry about this, Mr. Faulkner.
So am I. Is it true about the policy?
About the application, yes.
I don't understand it. I don't understand Nora. I never know what she's thinking. I blame it on Mother, her prying and suspicion. I blame it on that Star woman.
Who?
Nora doesn't think for herself anymore. She doesn't do anything or go anyplace unless this dame tells her to.
Who's this?
Oh, a spook, psychic, Madame Star. That's where this insurance idea came from. For a price, she'll tell you if Nora's a good risk or not.
Where can I find her?
Out toward Inglewood someplace. She runs a classified ad in all the evening papers.
Thanks. I'm sorry to have caused you this. I really am.
Oh, well, it's not your fault. Whose fault is it? Maybe everybody's.
It was obvious after meeting Andrew Faulkner and his mother that the application for the policy wasn't the only unusual element in the matter. But on instruction from the company's Los Angeles manager, I continued my investigation. Expense account item 3, $450, transportation to the address of Madame Star, a one-story frame house with heavily draped windows and a sign outside that advertised advice.
Good afternoon, sir.
Madame Star?
That is right.
May I come in?
All are welcome here.
This can't be classed as one of your regular consultations, but I'll pay you for your time.
That is generous of you. What advice do you wish?
I'd like to know why Nora Faulkner was so anxious to buy a big policy on her life.
Who are you?
You mean you don't know?
I claim no powers as medium. I'm not psychic. I only offer advice. Some of those who listen are helped. What advice do you want?
I told you. Nora Faulkner has been coming here?
She has. She's in great need of advice. More intelligent advice than I could give, perhaps. But I try to help her.
By telling her to buy insurance?
Nora Faulkner's life these last few years has been lived under severe mental strain. I advised a search for inner truth, among other things.
Yeah. What about the insurance policy?
Mental torment resulted in physical failings. I advised tonics, vitamins.
Why are you evading the insurance?
She wanted a more tangible protection of her life.
Protection?
She felt it in danger.
Why?
I have said enough.
She's in Las Vegas, I understand. Where's she staying?
You go there?
I don't seem to be able to get anything but double talk here.
Everybody has a reason for caution. There is Flamingo Hotel. She's there.
How much do I owe you?
Nothing. I've given you no advice. What I would advise, I have no right to say. Good afternoon, sir.
Well, I suppose you have to be mysterious.
Good afternoon, sir.
Expense account item 4, $450, return trip to my hotel. Item 5, $370, cab fare to an airport in Burbank. And item 6, $19.90, round trip to Las Vegas by way of Western Airlines excursion coach. My seatmate turned out to be not only a tourist consultant, but a whip.
Your first trip to Las Vegas?
No, I've spent a little time there.
Great town. Greatest resort I've ever seen. You like to fish?
Well, I used to. I don't have much time for it now. I'm always going to start again. You know how it is.
But start on Lake Mead, believe me. Why, they got bass in that lake. Now, look, the last time I was there, 2 of us went out. I'd broken my rod. Nothing but a stump. But I put a paper clip on the end and
Sir, what is your name?
Huh? Oh, Esmond. Harry Esmond.
Thank you. And your name, sir?
Dollar, Johnny Dollar.
Thanks.
Dollar!
Yeah, and I know what's coming.
Name like that, a place like Las Vegas, you might be going in the right direction, brother.
Sometimes I wonder. Except for Mr. Harry Esmond, it was a smooth trip. We eased onto the big desert strip, boarded waiting limousines, and 10 minutes later I walked into the lobby of the Flamingo Hotel.
Mr. Gostein, please. Long distance.
Yes, sir?
My name is Dollar. I have a reservation.
Long
Oh,
distance.
just a moment, please. Yes, sir. You signed the register.
All right. You have a Mrs. Andrew Faulkner staying here, or Nora Faulkner?
Nora Faulkner. Sheriff Wood.
What's the trouble, son?
Mr. Dollar just registered. He asked for Nora Faulkner.
Oh, he did, huh? Well, I'll tell you, Mr. Dollar. You may want to talk to her, but she don't want to talk to you or anybody else. She can't.
What's the matter?
She must have had her dinner outside the main dining room. She's in the hospital. She's been poisoned.
We'll return you to the second act of yours truly, Johnny Dollar, in just a moment. But first, the show that dares to name names, dates, places, and the crimes involved. That's Gangbusters, which you hear every Saturday night on most of these same stations. Gangbusters has been hailed nationwide as a great anti-crime series, for the men who tell you how to smash crime are police chiefs, sheriffs, and other law enforcement officers from America's cities and towns. Each Saturday, Gangbusters brings you a new case taken from police files, showing you how a criminal was brought to justice. Often the police officer who headed the chase narrates the story. Be listening for Gangbusters this evening and every Saturday evening on CBS, The Star's Address. Now, with our star, Edmund O'Brien, we return you to the second act of yours truly, Johnny Dollar.
After a look at my card and an explanation of my mission, Deputy Sheriff Wood told me the rest of what he knew about Mrs. Nora Faulkner's poisoning, which to date wasn't much. There was no proof of how she'd gotten the poison dose, and the last time he'd seen her, she'd been too ill to talk. She was under her care of a personal physician who had accompanied her from Los Angeles. By the time he had finished, we were at the emergency hospital and approaching her room.
I went through the usual rigmarole of notifying next of kin. Her husband wasn't in, but somebody said she was his mother and then fainted on the phone.
She would.
I expect her to be flying in here on her own wings any minute now. Is it?
Yes? Oh, Sheriff.
This man's an insurance investigator, Dr. Brooks. Meet Mr. Dollar.
Hello.
An insurance investigator. I'm afraid I don't understand.
Well, I was looking into an insurance policy she wanted to buy.
Oh, I see.
How is she?
Resting as comfortably as can be expected.
Has she said anything about the poisoning?
Yes, but I'd rather you heard it from her. Won't you come in?
Thanks. After you, Sheriff?
Sure, I'll tag along. Make it look official and learn how you city boys operate.
Who is it, Peter?
These men want to talk to you, Nora. I want you to tell them exactly what you told me.
I don't want to talk about it anymore.
Please, Nora.
All right. I couldn't stand it any longer. I didn't want to go on. I wanted to die.
You took the poison, Mrs. Faulkner?
Yes. Not because I'm a coward. Because there's nothing about life that I don't hate. I don't want any more of it.
Where is the poison?
I destroyed it.
Destroyed it? Why should you do that?
I don't know. How can can you expect me to know why I did little things at a time like that? I don't know. Peter, please, I don't want to talk anymore. I don't want to talk anymore.
I think we'd better let her rest.
I'm not sure her story rings true. How well do you know her, Doctor?
Quite well, Mr. Dollar. She's been my patient for over 2 years. Her life's been very unhappy. You find it hard to believe that the poison was self-administered?
Yes, I do.
Why would she lie to protect someone who attempted to kill her?
I don't know, but suicides don't do things like destroy poison.
Or take it when they know room service is on the way up to their room with a meal. That's a downright waste of everybody's time.
The waiter did find her, didn't he? I hadn't thought of it. Good Lord.
What?
The vitamin tonic she was taking. The dose included one before her evening meal.
Tablet form, or is it liquid?
It's a liquid Hataco.
And the poison could have gotten to her that way. Where is it?
Back at the hotel in her room. Do you want it?
I think it should be analyzed.
I can get it up to the lab in Carson City tonight by plane.
All right. I'll show it to you. I think she kept it in the medicine cabinet. I'll look. Yes, here it... Oh, the devil.
What happened?
Clumsy fool. Sorry, I dropped the bottle.
The wash basin's a bad place to drop evidence, Doctor. Sheriff, can we save enough of this stuff? It's going down the drain.
Don't need much. I can scoop some up with my knife. I'll find something to put it in.
An aspirin box would do. Here, I'll hold it. Watch that broken glass.
I'm sorry, gentlemen. If the Hataco does contain the poison, I imagine my position won't be bettered. But it was an accident.
Neither the sheriff nor I reacted to that. We retrieved enough of the liquid for tests and went back to the lobby. 2 men were waiting for us near the desk.
How's it stacking up, Woody?
Well, got a real civilized mystery on our hands, Nev. This is Mr. Dollar, Max Lewis, and Nev Gilbert.
Hello.
How do you do?
These boys help run the place when it isn't running them.
What happened to Mrs. Faulkner, Dollar?
Well, she says she tried to kill herself, but the signs make it look like somebody might have slipped the stuff to her.
Going to be all right?
Seems to be.
We'll send her flowers in the morning, Max. Remind her. Yeah.
I'll go get this tinned evidence on a plane, Dollar. See you in the morning.
Fine, Sheriff.
If the boys here will take care of you. If you aren't careful, that is. I'll see you later.
You pay for breakfast tomorrow morning.
Thank you, Mr. Schiller. Mr. Schiller, please. Long distance.
I'll get that phone call for Abe. He's taking a nap. Give Dollar everything he wants. That's it, Dollar. The place is yours. You want to start with a drink?
That's the best suggestion today.
Come on, there's a bar in the mural room.
It's a good crowd.
It's only 10. You won't really pile in until later. Sit down. I just soon stand.
Thanks, I will. I'm beat. How are you, Mr. Lewis?
Fine, Jim.
Make mine double, will you? Not much soda.
The usual for you, Mr. Lewis?
Yeah, and don't be good to me. I've got a long night.
I got you. This is a beautiful spot. Who's quartet?
Chewy Ray's. He's at the piano. I hope you can come back for pleasure sometime.
Yeah, so do I. Say, what do you know about this Nora Faulkner?
Nothing. I've noticed her. I've seen her in the casino.
She seems to be the type you would notice. Did she gamble much?
I don't know how much, but we can find out. Come on. There's Joe Rosenberg, our credit manager. He'll know.
Hi, Max.
This is Mr. Dollar, Joe. Here looking into this Nora Faulkner business. He wants to know how much she gambled.
Oh, sure. I looked at her card right after I heard what happened. She signed to get a $500 check cash, so that's all she got.
What do you mean, sign for it, Joe?
That's our deal here. You put down what you think you're going to need, and that's all you can get.
We don't want our customers getting hurt.
Take you, for example. Keep them in cold, sober, and cash a check for $200. Then, a few hours later, with a flock under your belt and the $200 gone, you come back to me and say you got to have another $200 because you're going to break the joint. But you don't get it because we want you to wake up just hungover, not bankrupt.
And all she had was $500.
Right. And she's been here 3 days. She didn't look like she'd get into trouble over an amount like that.
I guess not. But she was in trouble. That's the safest bet in the place. It began to look as though I was in the wrong place to find a motive for attempted murder. I talked to a dealer who remembered her, a bartender, and a couple of waitresses who linked her with Dr. Brooks, but none of their statements led to anything. And then, a little past midnight, Andrew Faulkner and his mother arrived. I met them just inside the main entrance.
Mr. Dollar, I didn't expect to find you
The
here.
insurance company wanted me to follow it through.
What has happened, Mr. Dollar?
Your wife will recover.
Oh, but they told me on the
She
phone.
was discovered in time, and they got her to a hospital.
Oh, I'm so relieved. We haven't been friendly, but when they called, I can't tell you how shocked I was.
You've seen her?
Yes, I've seen her, but you won't be able to until morning.
What did she say? How does she explain this?
She said she hated life and didn't want any more of it.
I see. I suppose she mentioned me.
She didn't mention anybody.
Not even her doctor?
He was with her.
Yes, I should imagine he would be. Well, I am relieved. Scandal and difficult decisions to come notwithstanding. What is your room number, Andrew, dear?
302.
And I'm in 117. In case you need us for anything, Mr. Dollar.
I don't think I will, Mrs. Faulkner. I'll probably see you in the morning, and I hope you have a good rest. It was 2 a.m. when I went to my room. In spite of a number of rye and sodas and an exhausting day, I took a shower and some deep inhalations of desert air before I began to unbend. I propped myself up in bed with a magazine and was almost asleep when my phone rang. Johnny Dollar.
The long arm of justice, Dollar.
Oh, yeah, Sheriff.
I'm back at the hospital. There's been more trouble. The Faulkner girl's been shot.
Shot? Is she alive?
Not quite half alive, I'd say. They're trying to bring her around now. I'll see if we can get a statement. I want you to come over.
Sure, I'll be right there.
She's gone, Dollar.
Is that all?
She was conscious for a minute or so. She named her husband.
How did it happen?
It wouldn't have if it wasn't for that personal physician of hers. He'd been in the hospital room tonight. The light was on. He went out to get some coffee, he says, and the husband came in.
Where's Dr. Brooks now?
In her room. Might as well hear what he has to say. Faulkner went through the window there, getting out.
Bad night, Doctor.
Yes, a bad night. Sheriff would tell you.
I want for him to hear it from you. He wants the insurance angle. All I want's to kill him.
Well, he threatened to kill her and said nobody'd suspect him because he loved her.
And she wanted insurance to set up a motive.
She hoped to frighten him, to make him think that people would suspect that he killed her for that.
Why didn't you tell us these things?
I didn't know. She told me the truth after I'd come back from the hotel. I told her you were sending the hedicle to the laboratory. She said she didn't want to press, that it wasn't his fault, that his mother had driven him to it, that she wanted to give him another chance. And he had that chance.
How did he arrange it? I saw him in the morning in Los Angeles. He'd have to be here.
She said he was for a short time, in the afternoon. Then he flew back. A detective had found out that I was here with her.
And that was Mother's work, too.
He evidently arranged the poison when she refused to go home with him. He was deranged, a war casualty. Nora was terrified of him, but still she defended him. She's dead because she had a blind hope that the poison attempt would do something to him, that he'd get better and understand what his mother was... I'm sorry, gentlemen.
Yeah, you should be, Doc.
If you'd phoned us when you got her story, she wouldn't be dead.
But I didn't know.
I've had enough, Sheriff.
I didn't know he'd come back.
I'm going back to the hotel.
I've got the airport covered. I'll call out some more men. We'll pick him up. Why don't you meet me in my office in 20 minutes? This kind of thing I'll leave to you outsiders. We haven't had much experience with this stuff. Did you talk to the mother?
Yeah, I talked to her. She admitted a lot of lies. She wanted to get the girl away from her son, but couldn't understand how he could have done this. Well, how do we find him?
We sit here and wait. Las Vegas is a bad place to get away from. There's one highway in and one highway out, and I've got roadblocks on both.
No other roads?
Oh, there's some roads. But this is the desert. He can try 'em, but he'll find out that roads are like everything else on the desert. They go so far, and then they get tired and stop because they ain't getting any place.
And we wait for a radio report.
It might take some time, but it'll come. A lot of things to fight out here. Outside of town, you couldn't get a drink for $1,000. It's so dry. One old-timer they tell about got hit by a drop of water, and they had to pour a bucket full of sand in his face to bring him to.
What time is it?
7:30 a.m. Even today, that sun's going to be hot enough to fry a steak. If he don't come back, it'll be because he can't make it.
Come on, stop it, will you?
You know, they tell about a coyote chasing a jackrabbit. Coyote was starving to death, and the jackrabbit knew it, but it was so hot they were both walking.
Sure.
By noon, this killer of yours will be willing to crawl into the electric chair to cool off.
I didn't believe him until just afternoon. Then the report was not by way of radio. We got a phone call from a railroad section house southwest of town. A stranger fitting our description had been seen.
Hello, Sheriff.
Hi, Ben. Where is this thing you talk about?
Well, my kid sneaked up on him. They tell me he went into a drain culvert under the tracks a mile down.
You want to help?
No, thanks. They say he's got a gun.
Nope, that's it. A couple of you men cover the other side of the tracks.
Okay,
Now, that first wash feeds into the culvert. We'll stay next to the embankment. This is close enough for now. You give him a yell. He may remember you.
I'm trying. Faulkner, this is Dollar. Come on out, Faulkner. He's off his nut, Sheriff. I don't think he's coming out.
Yeah, well, you keep yelling. I'm going to move over there where I can get a sight into that pipe. Maybe that'll change his mind.
Faulkner, come on out. There are men on each side of the tracks. There's no place for you to go. Sheriff?
I'm all right. Come on out of there, Faulkner. I don't want to blow you out, but if you don't put down your gun and come out on your own, I'll have to. All right. Okay, boys, stand clear on the other side of the tracks. Faulkner?
You don't expect an answer, do you, Sheriff?
No, guess not. Poor cuss. Who carried his life insurance, you know?
Expense account item 5, miscellaneous, $200. Item 6, same as item 1, transportation back to Hartford. Expense account total, $1,120.40. Remarks? Mrs. Faulkner collapsed when she received the news. She hadn't recovered by the time I left, and I was glad I didn't have to face her again. Her son was guilty in fact, and I'd seen him killed because of it. That was bad enough. But not as bad, I thought, as watching her start life again, alone and knowing that the guilt was really hers. Yours truly, Johnny Dollar.
Yours truly, Johnny Dollar, stars Edmund O'Brien in the title role and is written by Gil Dowd with music by Wilbur Hatch. Edmund O'Brien's latest picture is the Paramount Pictures production Warpath. Featured in tonight's cast were Parley Bear, Jeanette Nolan, Herb Butterfield, Lee Patrick, John Daner, Tim Graham, Virginia Gregg, Wilms Herbert, Victor Perrin, and Clayton Post. Yours truly, Johnny Dollar, is produced and directed by Jaime Del Valle. This is Dan Cubberly inviting you to join us next week at this time when we will again bring you Edmund O'Brien as
Yours truly, Johnny Dollar.
Are you ready to sing it again tonight? You'll find a whole hour full of the day's popular music sung by Alan Dale, Bob Howard, Judy Lynn, and the Riddlers. The Phantom Voice is a puzzler, but some CBS listener will win $5,000 in cash. Now stay tuned for Von Monroe's Caravan, which follows immediately on most of these same CBS stations. This is CBS, where you laugh with Lucille Ball and my favorite husband on Saturday nights, the Columbia Broadcasting System. From Hollywood, it's time now for John Lund as Johnny Dollar.
Niles Hartley, Johnny, Columbia Life.
Niles, how are you? I thought you were in Chicago these days.
I am. This is long distance. We have one here that's a pip.
Tell me about it.
One of our brokers wrote a $50,000 straight life policy on a man named Lane. Mr. Lane up and dropped dead a couple of days ago.
Uh-huh.
And you'll never guess why.
Why?
He starved to death.
What?
Honest. He died of malnutrition.
A man could afford to buy that much life insurance, but he couldn't buy himself a hamburger?
Interested?
Very.
Get yourself an airplane, boy. I'll be waiting for you.
John Lund in a transcribed adventure of the man with the action-packed expense account. America's fabulous freelance insurance investigator.
Yours truly, Johnny Dollar. Expense account submitted by Special Investigator Johnny Dollar to the Columbia Life and Accident Insurance Company, Meston Building, Chicago, Illinois. The following is an accounting of expenditures during my investigation of the Chicago fraud matter. Expense account item 1, $78.13. Plane fare and incidentals, Hartford to Chicago. I had breakfast at the airport, took the limousine into town, found a hotel room, then checked in with Niles Hartley at the claims division. Chicago's blustery climate seemed to agree with him. He was a little bigger than I remembered, a little ruddier, but efficient as ever.
I wrote a special delivery to the Insurance Commission in Springfield this morning. Explained we were holding up payment pending a routine investigation of the claim.
Uh-huh.
But the faster we move on this, the better off we'll be, Johnny. They're going to ask questions, and we'll have to get ourselves some answers.
They asked any yet?
No, but the beneficiary is Lane's sister. Her name is Lydia Staley. She's called them, and she's called us a couple of times wanting to know what's what.
Tough?
She could be, I guess. She has money of her own, some influence, and so on.
A lot of money?
Trust stuff. Very comfortably fixed. But she's pretty upset by the whole business. You see, I had to stick my horn in right away and request the coroner to hold the body until we got something done.
How so?
Lane died on the street with no identification on him. By the time they did find out who he was, a routine PM had already been performed to determine cause. The county was going to bury him.
With $50,000 worth of insurance?
Yeah. Now, the first thing that occurred to me when I saw this report was that it might not be Lane at all. Besides the malnutrition, here are these findings.
Chronic heart condition. Lung history. Debility.
Certainly doesn't sound like anybody we'd insure.
Well, Lane took a physical before the policy was issued, didn't he?
Yeah, sure.
Uh-huh.
Here's a copy of it. He was 100% okay then.
How could he pass it with all these things wrong with him?
Good question, Johnny. Like to find the answer?
Yeah. What's that doctor's name?
Dr. Walter Unger, Suite 1932, Michigan Building.
Expense account item 2, $3.50. Taxi fare through Chicago's slushy streets to the offices of Dr. Walter Unger, who had been licensed to practice medicine in the state of Illinois in 1946. He was a Northwestern University medical school graduate.
And I'd give him the service.
Married, had 2 children, and lived in Glencoe, a North Shore suburb.
Day and night.
His income and practice, according to report, were average.
Well, good. Yes, drop in tomorrow. Goodbye. I'm sorry, Mr. Dollar. You were saying...
I'm from the Columbia Life Insurance people, Doctor. Claims Division. I'd like to get some information about a man you examined on July 14th of last year.
All right. I hope this won't take long. What is it you want to know?
The man's name was Christopher Lane. You happen to remember him?
Christopher Lane. No, I can't say that I do, Mr. Dollar. What about him?
Well, first I'd like to know, is this your signature?
Yes. Those are my letterheads. I suppose that's my signature.
Aren't you sure?
How many people are certain of their signatures? It looks like mine, Mr. Dollar. I can't say for sure that it is or isn't.
Well, assuming that it is, what about these notes? Are these in your handwriting?
Yes, I would say that was also my handwriting. Mr. Dollar, I'd appreciate it very much if you'd get on with whatever business you have here.
According to this, you gave Mr. Lane a complete physical and pronounced him sound.
I did. Anything unusual about that?
He died 2 days ago, Doctor.
I wish you insurance people would buy some books on heart diseases and read them and know them and not take up valuable time. Look here. This patient was 41 years old. If he had no heart condition when I examined him, and obviously he didn't, according to my cardiographic findings, it's entirely reasonable to assume that he could have developed one in a very short time. You people gauge that in your premium.
Mr. Lane didn't die of heart trouble, Doctor. He died of malnutrition.
Malnutrition?
That's what the pathologist at the coroner's office says. Here, look for yourself.
Well, he should know.
Was it possible for you to overlook that condition at the time you examined him?
No. No, if he'd been suffering from malnutrition in any degree, I would have discovered it.
According to the coroner's report, he'd been ill for a year or better. Can you explain that, Dr. Unger?
No, I can't explain that. I wish I could. All I can say is that I did my job. I examined the man, reported my findings.
How about this?
Angina. I could have missed that, I suppose, but it's unlikely with the degree of aggravation noted here.
Did you x-ray, Mr. Lane?
Well, certainly, it's part of the examination.
Have you had much experience reading chest x-rays, Doctor?
Mr. Dollar, I know my business. If there'd been any lesions in that man's chest, I would have reported.
Doctor, just bear with me, please. Again, the coroner's man said they were old lesions.
So I notice. I can't explain that either.
Well, you can understand why we want to be thorough about this.
Yes, I do. And I wish I could help you.
You keep a file copy of all examinations?
Yes, certainly.
I'd like to see your file on this one, if I may.
Of course. Anything else?
Yeah. Another hour of your time.
What for?
I'd like to have you look at Mr. Lane's body, Doctor. I could get an injunction.
All right. I'll be finished here at 7 o'clock.
Expense account item 3, $6.50, more cab fare. To and from City Morgue. Dr. Unger viewed the mortal remains of Christopher Lane and was unable to state definitely whether he'd ever seen the man. The next day, all of the personnel connected with Dr. Unger's office made a trip to the morgue. None of them recognized the body either. However, I had better luck with the elevator operator in Lane's apartment building.
Oh.
You ever seen this man before, Miss Shattuck?
Yeah. Yes, sir. That's Mr. Lane, apartment 2338.
You're positive?
Oh, yeah. I've seen him every day for almost 2 years.
Okay. Want to smoke?
I want to get out of here.
Sure.
I don't know why I'm acting this way. I've seen him that way 100 times.
What?
I mean, almost like that, out, stoned. Only I guess it's because I knew he was just drunk then, not dead.
Oh, I see.
Well, he was crazy.
Was he?
Carrying on the way he did. Oh, feels good to be out here again, cold enough.
Yeah.
I'll take that smoke now, Mr. Dollar.
Oh, sure.
Thanks. Yeah, he used to get up around 10 every morning. I'd take him downstairs. He'd look awful, but he was always kind of nice, polite, you know.
Mm-hmm.
He'd go out to the store and come back in a little while with a sack of groceries, a pint of milk for his cat, some donuts for himself, and some booze. Then he'd just lock himself up in his apartment, stay there all day.
Drinking?
Oh, yeah. Fried to the ears by noon. I think it was wine.
The janitor and the maid, as well as the doorman and the desk clerk, further verified the fact that Lane had been drinking heavily for better than 18 months prior to his death. No one seemed to know why, not even his sister. She turned out to be a woman of 30 or more, well-tailored, well-groomed, and bad-mannered.
I wish you'd take your briefcase and get out of here, Mr. Dollar.
I'm sorry you feel that way, Mrs. Staley.
Chris drank himself to death. I don't know why. I just know he did it. He's dead. He named me his beneficiary. Now, why don't you pay me what you owe me?
We will, Mrs. Staley, if the circumstances are right. So far, we have a reasonable doubt.
Oh.
And this investigation is for your benefit as much as it is ours.
What do you mean by that?
When we've satisfied ourselves one way or the other, your claim can be settled.
Well, what is it you want to know? I haven't seen my brother in over a year. I can't tell you anything about him.
Were you on good terms with him?
Of course I was. Left me his insurance money, didn't he?
Understand you're a widow, Mrs. Staley?
I don't see what bearing
Do you
that
have any
has...
dependents?
No children, if that's what you mean.
And the insurance money would have gone to you alone?
Let me correct you. The money will come to me alone. I don't know what you people think you can do trying to weasel out of this, but I've already spoken with my attorneys, and they've advised me to sue for an immediate settlement.
Are they aware of the facts of this matter?
They certainly are.
And they still advise you to bring suit?
They certainly did.
Well, perhaps I can save you some fees and them some time. Who are your lawyers, Mrs. Staley?
Never mind. You'll find out soon enough.
All right. I'll tell you what I'd tell them. You can pass it on. Your brother could have died quietly in his bed one night, and any doctor would have pronounced him a heart failure, and your claim would have been good. But he made the mistake of dropping dead on a public street, and the police took over. And before he was properly identified, an autopsy had been performed.
Yes, and I'm going to sue the city for
And from that autopsy, we know your brother couldn't possibly have passed an insurance examination.
But he did pass it, Mr. Dollar. He came to me the day after he'd taken the exam and told me I was his beneficiary.
You said you hadn't seen him for over a year. He took the exam last summer.
All right. I saw him that one time.
He might have come to you, but he didn't come to you about passing that exam.
Now, listen here.
Your brother never took that exam.
What?
Someone went up to the doctor's office and took it for him. Mrs. Staley, we aren't fools. Now, we're going to find out who that someone was and how it was done. We're used to all sorts of tricks in this business, and all sorts of bluffing, too. You can sue us for settlement. You can sue us all over the place. With what we have right now, we just love to meet you in a court. I'm talking facts to you, Mrs. Staley, and I wish you'd talk them to me.
Get out of here. Get out of here, you cheap snooper, before I call a policeman and have you thrown out.
We'll return to yours truly, Johnny Dollar, in just a moment. Out of the jungles and into your homes comes Tarzan every Saturday night on CBS Radio. Yes, in the comfort of your own radio side, you can enjoy the fascinating experiences of the man whose friends are jungle beasts, whose power and cunning have been developed to an astonishing degree by dangerous environment. Tomorrow night, on most of these same stations, don't miss Tarzan on CBS Radio. Now, with our star, John Lund, we bring you the second act of yours truly, Johnny Dollar.
I started the case with an autopsy report and a dead man who should never have been insured. The doctor who examined him and passed him couldn't explain why. His sister, the beneficiary, explained even less. I left her under the surveillance of a leg man provided by Niles Hartley and decided to talk with the insurance broker who'd written up the policy. His name was Rutherford, and he looked insurance from the top of his iron gray hair to the tips of his highly polished brown shoes.
I suppose you're Mr. Dollar?
Mr. Rutherford?
Yeah, come in, come in. I was surprised when you called me.
We're trying to wrap this thing up, Mr. Rutherford.
I understand. I'll tell you, I've been writing insurance for 17 years, Mr. Dollar, and this is the first time anything like this has ever occurred to me. Sit down.
I believe you, Mr. Rutherford, and your record.
Oh? You've looked into me?
Well, you know, we have to on a thing like this. Just a matter of routine checking.
Yeah.
I'm here to find out all I can about the circumstances under which you sold the policy to Mr. Lane.
Mm-hmm.
He was a bachelor. He lived in a fairly nice apartment on the Gold Coast. No dependents. I'd like to know what made him a prospect.
Well, actually, it's more of a personal thing, I suppose. Mrs. Rutherford and I were interested in buying a home in Wilmette a couple of years ago. It was one we liked on Sheridan Road. The agent happened to be this man, Lane. That's how we became acquainted.
Oh?
Lane was in the real estate business, on and off. Actually, he didn't really have to work for a living at all. He had a fairly comfortable income from trusts set up by his father.
Did he do very well in real estate?
Well, I don't really think so. I don't think he worked hard at it.
You met him when you were out to buy a house. Did you buy it?
No. My wife died suddenly, and I had no need to buy a house.
But he bought insurance from you.
Yes, eventually.
You say this was a couple of years ago.
Mm-hmm.
Did you try to sell him right away?
Oh, I don't recall. I called him now and then, had him over for dinner. I was surprised, frankly, when he decided to buy.
Uh-huh. What kind of a man was he?
What do you mean?
Well, your opinion, Mr. Rutherford.
Well, just a client, Mr. Dollar. I treated him the same as any other client.
How did he look?
Hmm?
Oh, pale, thin, healthy, emaciated. What?
He looked fine to me.
I noticed you arranged for the examination.
Yes.
How well do you know Dr. Unger?
Just slightly. You know, the physician is supposed to be an impartial third party, and when a client has to be examined by a physician, I send him to Dr. Unger, that's all. I get a Christmas card from him every year.
I see. You say you had Lane over for dinner a few times.
Yes, when my wife was alive.
Did he drink much on those occasions?
I don't recall. Why?
His malnutrition resulted from an alcoholic condition. All drinking, no eating.
Lane, an alcoholic?
He sure was. Had been for years. Can I use your phone?
Well, yeah, help yourself.
Johnny Dollar, Niles.
Oh, glad you called, Johnny. I'm trying to reach you.
What's up?
Mrs. Staley's fighting back.
Huh?
Her lawyers served notice on us an hour ago.
Well, nothing to worry about there. Just a bluff.
Oh, but this wasn't. She made the coroner release her brother's body. Took it to a crematorium. Exhibit A is a pile of ashes by now.
Oh. I can try something here.
Well, try it.
Right. Mr. Rutherford.
All finished?
Yeah. Mr. Rutherford, I'm afraid you're in a little trouble.
Well, what are you?
You couldn't have written that policy or known Christopher Lane without being aware of his drinking habits.
Now, see here, Dollar. I've been an insurance broker for a good long time, and no one has ever questioned my integrity.
And I think that's what you were banking on, your reputation. I'm sorry for you, Mr. Rutherford, but there had to be a collusion here, and you're the logical party. You arranged for someone to take Lane's examination. You were going to split with... Oh! In the 3 minutes it took me to get my breath inside of me and my feet under me, he was well away and out of sight. I used his telephone a second time. I told Niles Hartley what had happened and then made a beeline for Lydia Staley's place.
What do you want?
I'm here to tell you about all the trouble you're in, Mrs. Staley. Rutherford's given it away.
Given what? What are you talking about?
About an insurance policy that was written up and issued in your brother's name under fraudulent circumstances. You're the one who stood to gain most, but you had to have help to pull it off. Rutherford helped you.
I don't know anybody named Rutherford. Now, look here,
No, you look here. Rutherford just slugged me and beat it. But he isn't going to run far. Principally because he doesn't know how to run. He'll cool off, and he'll begin thinking about all this business in a new light. A few minutes ago, it dawned on him what he'd done. He'd kicked his whole lifetime right out the window. He's been found out. He's lost all around. And he's going to be mad. And you're the one he's going to be mad at.
I told you I don't know anybody named Rutherford.
Well, then I'll tell you. He'll probably want to kill you.
Oh.
Do we talk now?
I don't see why. I've done nothing wrong.
Who took that physical for your brother?
He took it himself.
You got your brother drunk enough to sign the insurance papers, didn't you?
I had nothing to do with them.
Okay, Mrs. Staley. We'll get it all from Rutherford.
Yes. Why don't you do that?
In the meantime, I hope you sleep well, knowing what you've done.
I've done nothing. And you'll never prove any of these things you've been saying. Never.
And for 2 days, it looked as if she might have been right. There was no way to involve Mrs. Staley without a statement from Rutherford. In the name of the company, Niles Hartley filed charges on attempted collusion against him, and a warrant was issued. The Chicago police were unable to find him anywhere. His apartment was watched 24 hours a day, as well as Mrs. Staley's residence. The case was stalemated. We couldn't locate Rutherford, but he found us. Johnny Dollar.
This is Earl Rutherford.
Where are you?
Never mind. Dollar, they all know about me around Niles' office, huh?
Just Niles and me.
I'd like to explain some things to you so you can pass them on to Niles. I'd like him to know why I did it, and, before I leave town.
You won't get far. There's a warrant out for you.
I can get away, all right.
Rutherford, Columbia doesn't want to prosecute you on these charges. The notoriety would be bad for them. If you'd make a statement, sign it, I think I could talk them into dropping the whole matter.
Maybe we'd better get together.
Come on over.
No, I'll meet you at the Dearborn entrance to the Drummond.
15 minutes?
I'll be there.
Right. When I pulled up in a cab 12 minutes later, he was waiting for me at the curb in front of the Drummond. He was still wearing the same clothes he'd had on in his apartment. He needed a shave, and judging from the circles under his eyes, he hadn't slept much. He was pale and shaken. Expense account item 4, 51 cents. Coffee and donuts for both of us.
I met Lydia right after Miriam, my wife, died. My children are both grown and married and have lives of their own. I guess I was very lonely.
Sure.
I became interested in Lydia, and we had a great many things in common. Seemed like the thing to do. I asked her to marry me.
Nothing wrong with that.
You don't understand. She laughed at me.
No, I don't understand.
I guess I'm not an exciting man, a witty one, or... She made me feel as though all my life had been hopeless, a waste. And I'd missed a great deal. I asked her, Mr. Dollar, what is it? What do you want out of life?
Is that when she brought up the proposition?
I guess that's what gave her the idea. The trusts pay her $500 a month for life, and my commissions come to that. We could have lived very comfortably on $1,000, but Lydia talked of traveling, of Europe, of clothes. I don't know, things her family had had once.
She wanted $50,000 in cash instead of money just trickling in every month, huh?
I suppose so.
I didn't understand her motive at first, but go on.
Well, she told me about her brother Christopher. He was a drunk. The doctors in New York gave him 2 years. I paid a man $100 to go to Dr. Unger's office and take the physical.
What's the man's name?
I wouldn't tell you that, Mr. Dollar. He's not involved in anything, and I don't want to get him into any trouble.
After Lane was insured, you were going to wait for him to die?
That was the general idea. Once I'd done it, it was too late to turn back. I mean, I wanted to at times, but a cancellation on a policy that size would have been hard to explain.
You're leaving something out. She had you, didn't she?
Hmm?
You were the goat. Legally, she was clear, right?
Yes. She still is, isn't she?
Unless you write all this down, and we can hold it over her head to prove collusion.
You speak to Niles?
He'll go along. The charges will be dropped if you'll make a statement.
Okay.
Enclosed, find notarized statement of Earl Rutherford explaining his part in the attempted collusion regarding policy 678JN23L. True to his word, Niles Hartley dropped charges against Rutherford upon receipt of the enclosed. Rutherford settled his affairs and left Chicago the following day. When Mrs. Staley was shown a carbon of the enclosed statement, she instructed her attorneys to withdraw suit. The night I was to leave town, I called at her apartment to have her sign a release of all claims.
Help me, Mr. Dollar.
Which way did he go?
Help me. Please help me.
I carried her to the couch, did what I could, while startled tenants phoned for an ambulance and the police. After that, I began looking around. I found a dark stain on the windowsill leading out onto the fire escape, and on the floor a blood-stained letter opener. There was no gun anywhere in sight. I decided that if I'd been stabbed with a letter opener, it'd be easier to try 3 flights up to the roof than 14 down to the alley. I was right. Earl Rutherford was hanging over the top ledge of the building, firing down at me. I ducked into a window frame, 1 flight away from him.
Get away from me, Dollar!
You know I won't, Rutherford. You missed by a mile. You'll have to come down. It's the end of the line for you.
Don't do anything foolish!
I'm coming up after you.
Come on, then. I'll be waiting for you.
Good shot, Dollar.
Can you walk?
No.
Why did you do it, Rutherford? You were clear. You were free. You didn't have to...
I didn't tell it all, Dollar. She told me tonight. Laughed at me. Said she was planning to run away with someone else when she got the insurance money.
Oh, I see.
She just used me all along.
Earl Rutherford died on the way to the receiving hospital. And Mrs. Staley was dead when I got back to the apartment. Expense account item 5, $53. Hotel and food while in Chicago. Item 6, same as item 1. Fare back to Hartford. Expense account total, $219.77. Yours truly, Johnny Dollar.
Yours truly, Johnny Dollar, stars John Lund in the title role and was written by E. Jack Newman with music by Eddie Dunstetter. John Lund can currently be seen in the Universal International picture Just Across the Street. Featured in tonight's cast were Jack Moyles, Edgar Barrier, Peggy Weber, Mary Lansing, and John McIntyre. Yours truly, Johnny Dollar, is transcribed in Hollywood by Jaime Del Valle. This is Dan Cubberly, inviting you to join us next week at this time when John Lund returns as...
Yours truly, Johnny Dollar.
If you like your thrills to be real, your adventures to be true to life, Gangbusters is the show for you. Every Saturday night, most of these same CBS radio stations bring you Gangbusters, full of action, bravery, and realistic excitement. Listen for new thrills on Gangbusters, straight out of life, every Saturday night on CBS Radio.
America now listens to 105 million radio sets and listens most to the CBS Radio Network.
From Hollywood, it's time now for
Johnny Dollar.
This is Hillary Fuchs, CPA. You left word for me to call Mr. Dollar. I don't seem to recall the name.
I'm with Universal Adjusters. They asked me to look into this Wendover claim.
Insurance adjusters?
That's right, insurance. I understand you filed a claim in Mrs. Wendover's name.
Mrs. Wendover hired me to handle her affairs a few days ago. Who do you want to talk to, me or Mrs. Wendover?
Anybody who can make me understand why Mrs. Wendover let a $50,000 policy lie around for 2 years before she filed a claim.
I'll try. I don't know whether I can convince you or not, but I'll try.
Tonight and every weekday night, Bob Bailey in the transcribed adventures of the man with the action-packed expense account, America's fabulous freelance insurance investigator.
Yours truly, Johnny Dollar. Expense account submitted by Special Investigator Johnny Dollar to the Universal Adjustment Bureau, 518 Spear Boulevard, Hartford, Connecticut. The following is an accounting of expenditures during my investigation of the Tears of Night matter. Expense account item 1, $92.50, airfare and incidentals, Hartford to Miami Beach, Florida. My plane got in at 11 p.m., so I went to a hotel and got some sleep. I put in a call to Hillary Fuchs, certified public accountant, as soon as I woke up. Then I had some breakfast and took a cab out to his office. It was a pleasant 4-mile trip along a beautiful white sanded oceanfront, and it cost me, item 2, $3 even.
Come on in here, Dollar. The air conditioner's working here.
Hillary Fuchs was a big man in his late 40s. He was semi-bald, had a good sunburn, and smelled faintly of Scotch whiskey. The office he led me into was cool and dark and elegantly furnished in bamboo knickknacks. The desk was cluttered with a stack of financial statements and legal papers.
This is quite a thing, I guess, Dollar. By the way, I didn't find any universal insurance adjusters in the phone book.
We're located in Hartford, Connecticut.
Hartford? You're a long way from home, Dollar. They sent you all the way to Miami Beach about this?
Yep.
Seems like a pretty expensive way to handle it.
Pretty expensive claim, $50,000.
Would it do any good to tell you it's legitimate?
Sure. But I'm hired to check it out just the same.
In other words, you don't believe me.
Well, look at it our way, Mr. Fuchs. The claim came into the office day before yesterday, and we have 72 hours to act on it.
Okay. What can I do?
First off, tell me your connection with Mrs. Wendover.
She hired me to put her business affairs in order about 10 days ago. First time I ever saw her. She said the Treasury Department had advised her to get some expert help. They were on her about back taxes, and that's it.
I see. Tell me about Noah Wendover's death.
He died 2 years ago, last April 14th. By the way, it's just coming to me. Did you people... did the insurance company know anything about him being dead until that claim came in?
Nope.
No wonder they sent you all the way from Hartford. Well, Wendover and his wife took a party of 8 out on their boat for a 10-day cruise. Wendover had an attack of appendicitis at sea. There wasn't a doctor aboard. The appendix burst, and he died before they could make the nearest port.
Mm-hmm. Let me get back to the original question. Why all this time before Mrs. Wendover filed claim for benefits?
Well, you really got to know Mrs. Wendover, I guess. She's a little crazy, a little wacky, a little strange.
These are your impressions of her?
It's a consensus. I asked around after she came here the other day. The story is that she and Wendover had a pretty good thing in their marriage. They were wild about each other. They spent money like water, and they had plenty of it to spend. Then, one day, he died. Kind of threw her. Maybe it's still throwing her. I don't know.
Sure.
Somewhere along the line, in the last year, Mrs. Wendover's met somebody else.
Oh?
I don't know who he is because I wasn't paying any attention when she mentioned his name. But she's sort of coming out of it, and she's going to marry him.
Uh-huh.
So she wants to get her business affairs in order. From the look of things, nobody's done much about them since Wendover's death. You see all that stuff on the desk?
Yeah, I noticed it.
It's all hers. She brought it to me in 3 big hat boxes. Stocks, bonds, bills, deeds, I don't know what all. I know she's in a little trouble with the government. Not because she hasn't got the money to pay them, but just because she hasn't bothered with anything like that. Anyhow, one of the first things I came across was the insurance policy thrown in there with all the rest of the stuff. And look, you see these checks?
Yeah.
Almost $90,000 dividends on some oil stock. Doesn't even bother to open or mail or cash her checks. Well, a lot of people around the country, including your insurance company, are going to be startled when I finish straightening all this out. I sent the policy claim in as a matter of course. That's my explanation for it being 2 years late.
Well, that's a pretty good explanation.
Look here. She completely forgot she loaned an $8,000 automobile to a friend in Tampa 14 months ago. I asked her about it, and she said she thought she'd left it at the filling station.
What?
And here, the boat Wendover died on, worth $60,000. She sold it to a fisherman last year for $5,000.
Yeah, I get the idea, Mr. Fuchs.
Yeah.
So you filed the insurance claim in her name along with a dozen other matters that should have been taken care of 2 years ago.
Yeah. You play golf?
No.
Well, I do, and I'm tired of looking at this pile of stuff.
Mind if I look at it?
Help yourself, all yours. I'll be at the club. Do whatever you have to. By the way, what do you have to do?
Verify this death certificate and the coroner's report.
Well, then you'll honor the claim?
I'll file my report, and it's up to the insurance company to do as they see fit.
You're kind of cagey, aren't you?
That's why they pay me. Mr. Fuchs.
Yeah?
Is there some kind of bank balance in this stuff, current?
Well, you'll find it there, but I'll tell you, in cash, Mrs. Wendover's worth about $950,000. I doubt very much if she's trying to cheat the insurance company out of $50,000.
You can't ever tell, though, can you, Mr. Fuchs?
Nope. Can't ever tell.
After he left, I got on the telephone and talked to officials about the coroner's autopsy and the death certification on Noah Wendover. They all seem to be in order. Then I went through the papers on Fuchs' desk. They seem to be in enough disorder to verify what he told me about Elise Wendover. I left Fuchs' office about 4:30 and went back to my hotel, carrying a picture of a woman who had existed in a state of limbo for 2 years or more, so far as responsibility and attention to business went. Johnny Dollar.
Hillary Fuchs, can you come over to my office right away?
I just left there. What's up?
Mrs. Wendover, she's having a fit. Come on over.
Expense account item 3. $3 more, more cab fare back to Hillary Fuchs' office. I pulled up in front at exactly 5:30 and noticed a 1956 white Cadillac convertible parked in front. For no reason at all, I took 30 seconds to peek inside. The registration told me the car belonged to Elise Blair Wendover. She had left her purse on the seat and the keys in the ignition. A mink stole was thrown carelessly over the back of the seat. Anybody could have taken the stole, the purse, the car, the whole works. Mrs. Wendover was living up to her advance notices.
Come in.
Fuchs looked pale and shaken. He fumbled around for a cigarette until I handed him one of mine. He lit it up and tried to get a grip on himself.
Mrs. Wendover's in there.
Yeah, what happened?
Well, I had some papers for her to sign, and she dropped in a little while ago.
Uh-huh.
I told her about you. I explained to her it was certainly reasonable the insurance company would want to investigate a claim that had been delayed 25 months.
Well?
She blew up, got kind of hysterical about it, said she wanted to see you right away, that she had something to tell you. Go easy on her, will you?
Well, why do you say that?
Oh, it's just that, well, if I'm wrong about her, I'm glad, but I don't think I'm wrong when I say she's right on the edge, just on the edge of it. Feeling better, Mrs. Wendover?
The pale girl with the coal-black hair, seated stiffly in the chair in front of Hillary Fuchs' desk, was not feeling better. She could have been 16 or 36. It depended on where you were standing when you looked at her. She had a mouth that was too full, shoulders too wide for the strapless sundress, a pair of sandals, a clanking costume bracelet, and black eyes, round, big, bright, too bright.
This is Mr. Dollar, Mrs. Wendover.
I understand you're investigating my husband's death.
I'm here to verify the facts so that eastern states can act on your claim.
Don't you believe he's dead?
Yes. Don't you?
Oh, yes. I saw him die. Yes, he's dead. How much money do you owe me?
The claim is for $50,000.
Will you pay it?
Well, I presume it will be paid from all I've seen so far. Of course, that part of it's up to the insurance company.
Of course. And they have men sitting at desks reading reports about claims all day long.
Yes.
My dad owned an insurance company once, you know. Those men sitting at their desks. Even my dad sat at a desk. I wonder something. Would one of those men sitting at one of those desks write, okay, on my claim for Noah's benefits if he knew about me?
Sit down, Mrs. Wendover. Maybe you'd like a drink.
You have one, Mr. Fuchs, would they?
Well, I have to be indefinite about that, too, Mrs. Wendover. What would put a question in the mind of an adjuster if he knew about you?
I'm indolent, and I'm irresponsible. Mr. Fuchs can tell you that. I'm not quite dependable, am I, Mr. Fuchs?
Oh, we're getting straightened out, Mrs. Wendover.
And then, of course, that wouldn't make a difference. I mean, not really. A great many irresponsible, indolent, undependable people file claims. There's something else. I'm a curse.
Are you?
Oh, yes. It's a very bad thing, a curse. People around me, people I love, just seem to die.
Why do you think you're a curse?
Noah died, and I loved him. And Daddy, I loved him. And my brother Jim, all dead. No one can stay alive around me. I thought I should tell you that.
Yeah, well, I appreciate it, Mrs. Wendover.
Well, then we don't have anything more to discuss. Goodbye, Mr. Dollar, Mr. Fuchs.
Oh, wait a minute.
Johnny, hey, where are you going?
I'm going to drive her home. You were right. She's on the edge of something. I can't quite figure it yet.
Brother was killed in Korea. Her father died of a heart attack 10 years ago.
I got that much from the papers on your desk.
Lord, where'd she ever get the idea?
Oh, I don't know. I've heard of things like this happening. I'll phone you later.
Right.
Wait a minute. I'll drive you home, Mrs. Wendover.
Oh, that'll be nice.
She smiled brightly, still too brightly, and we drove along. She didn't tell me which way to turn, what direction to go, and I didn't ask her. I liked it that way, no one saying a word. I was listening to something else anyhow, something inside of me, loud like a cannon firing twice a second. It was my heart making all the noise. Oh, it's happened a couple of times before, and it meant trouble coming up. I knew it. My heart never makes a mistake.
Mr. Dollar, do you think he'll die, too?
Now, here's our star to tell you about tomorrow's intriguing episode of this week's story.
Tomorrow, right out in the broad daylight, I have a look at the tears of night. Join us, won't you? Yours truly, Johnny Dollar.
Yours truly, Johnny Dollar, starring Bob Bailey, is transcribed in Hollywood. Written by John Dawson, it is produced and directed by Jack Johnstone. Be sure and join us tomorrow night, same time and station, for the next exciting episode of Yours truly, Johnny Dollar. Roy Rowan speaking.
Johnny Dollar.
Harvey Tilson, Mr. Dollar.
Tilson?
Yes, sir. Tri Mutual Insurance Company.
Yes?
I hold down the office here in Uniontown, Pennsylvania.
Oh, I see. Well, what can I do for you, Mr. Tilson?
Well, if you're free, I wish you'd come on down here.
Oh, what's the problem?
I want to be sure we don't pay out a lot of insurance to the wrong person.
What kind?
Straight life.
Well, how much, Mr. Tilson?
$1,200,000.
What?
$1,200,000. Can you take it on?
Sure can. CBS Radio brings you Bob Reddick in the exciting adventures of the man with the action-packed expense account, America's fabulous freelance insurance investigator, yours truly, Johnny Dollar. Expense account submitted by Special Investigator Johnny Dollar to the Tri-Mutual Insurance Company Limited, Uniontown office. Following is an account of expenses incurred during my investigation of the wrong sign matter. It was late afternoon when Harvey Tilson called me. It was a good deal later before I could arrange for some awkward plane connections from Hartford to New York to Pittsburgh, PA. Plane fare is item one, $29.40. Because of a long stopover in New York, it was dawn by the time we hit the landing strip at the greater Pittsburgh airport. Item two is $1.70 for some early breakfast. And item three is the usual $50 deposit on a rental car. I took my time driving the 45 miles down Route 5 to Uniontown. And there I found that Tilson's office is in the Fayette Title and Trust Building, which also houses radio station WMBS. By way of killing time until Harvey got into his office, I talked to some of the boys there at WMBS, including Bill Freeze of the News Bureau. Anything in my line ever happened around these parts, Bill? Like maybe Mrs. John Stacy Minot's death wasn't so natural after all? Well, now, what does that mean? Oh, come on now, Dollar. Why else would Harv Tilson send for somebody like you? What, are you saying that she was murdered? Well, wouldn't you murder an old dame like that for $1 million insurance? I mean, if you could make sure they'd never be able to pin it on you, wouldn't you? Well, now, Bill... Well, I mean, I don't mean you, Dollar. Oh, thanks. Just whom do you mean? I mean that new secretary, that Danny Pringle. Mrs. Minor's secretary? Yeah, Danny Pringle. Handled her correspondence, her investments, her stocks and bonds, paid her bills, that sort of thing. He was the only person, Dollar, who could possibly know everything, and I do mean everything, about all her affairs. And Danny Pringle? Yeah, and if he didn't somehow persuade her, force her to change her will at the last minute and leave everything to him, I'll eat my shirt, initials and all. You, know this Pringle pretty well? Well, I know all I need to about him, put it that way. But you have no proof that he killed Mrs. Minor. Proof? No, but figure it out, Dollar. Why would a smart cookie like him tie up with a decrepit old dowager like her in the first place? Now, he's not one of these la-di-da male secretary types, if you know what I mean, believe me. Well, maybe she paid him well. Her? I mean, she? Don't kid yourself. She was so tight-fisted. Why, do you know that her niece, Dora Minor, that's her only living relative, that Dora's had to play housekeeper and nurse and everything else for the old lady all these years, and for nothing? And all because it saved the old lady a few bucks not having to hire a nurse? And Mrs. Minor has left Dora nothing? Not according to this new will they found. Everything, Dollar, and most of it's the insurance. Everything goes to Danny Pringle. And you think he killed her for it, huh? And to keep it from going to Dora, who really deserves it.
Oh, Bill.
Yeah. 2 minutes. Yeah, right. Thanks, Rod. Now, Bill, tell me, what is your beef against Danny Pringle? You really want to know? Yes. Nothing. Nothing at all. It's just that... Well, if he gets away with this, if he gets all that money, well, it's wrong, that's all. That's all, huh? Well, what do you mean by that? Anything else to tell me about this thing, then? Yeah, plenty. But I just got to do a news broadcast. I'm on the air in just a minute. Yeah, sure. Don't let me keep you. Yeah, listen now. After you've seen Harv Tilson, well, maybe you want to talk some more about this, huh? Yeah. Maybe I will. Yes, Dollar, you're right. Bill has been working hard to get this Danny Pringle held for murder. I see. Why? Well, I agree with him. Pringle had plenty of reason for wanting her dead. He made no bones about it. The only reason he took a job with that cantankerous old crone was in the hope of latching onto some of her money. Most of it's insurance. Yes, so I understand. And now that we've found out that she'd suddenly made a new will cutting off her niece, Dora, Well, Harv, is there any real evidence that Bill could be right, that Pringle might have killed Mrs. Minert?
Dr. Hugo Bessem, one of the finest pathologists in this part of the country, examined the body and said that she died of natural causes.
Oh? Doesn't Bill know that?
He knows it all right.
Well, then why does he keep on accusing Danny Pringle?
Dora.
What?
Bill is in love with Dora Minert.
Oh, I see.
You see what?
Well, a new will, you said.
That's right.
Cutting off Dora.
Yeah. Leaving the estate, mostly insurance, to... Wait a minute.
Bill? In love with Dora Minert, in spite of the fact that he thought she was going to inherit $1 million or so. Or because of it.
Oh, now, Dora...
So didn't Bill have, or think he had, a good reason for wanting Mrs. Minert out of the way?
Oh, now, wait a minute, Don. Are you saying that Bill Freeze killed Mrs. John Minert to marry Dora and get his hands on the insurance?
Well, it's a possibility, isn't it?
If?
If what?
Well, if Dr. Bessem hadn't said that she died of natural causes.
He could be wrong, couldn't he?
What? Yes, I suppose so. Well, what do you plan to do?
Right now, let's forget about murder for a minute.
Hey, now, wait, you've implied...
No, I haven't implied a thing. I have simply said that as long as Bill Freeze thought Mrs. Minert was going to leave the insurance to her niece, and as long as Bill figured on marrying Dora...
Still does, I understand.
He had just as much reason for wanting the old lady out of the way as Danny Pringle had. Right?
Well, I suppose so.
Unless, of course, Bill somehow knew that she had changed her beneficiary.
Well, nobody knew about that new will until the day Mrs. Minert died.
Not even Dora?
Not even Dora.
You didn't know? After all, if the bulk of her money is in the insurance policy...
The policy states that the beneficiary is to be the heir to her estate, as specified in her will.
I see.
She wrote it herself, by the way.
Oh?
Yep. She'd pecked it out on a typewriter all by herself. Then she'd signed it, had it witnessed by a cleaning woman and her husband, and that was that.
Did you check to see if it would hold up in court?
Yes, I checked it out with an attorney at company expense. And that will, Dollar, named only Dora.
But now there's a new one.
Yes, naming Danny Pringle as the sole heir. And it just doesn't make sense. Dora cared for her, nursed her along for years, was the only person who deserved a cent from Mrs. Minert. So what did she end up with? A slap in the face?
Where did you find the new will?
Dora found it.
Where?
In the safety deposit box at the bank. It was listed in both their names.
Well, I thought those boxes were automatically sealed when somebody died.
Well, Dora dug into it before anyone else knew that her aunt was dead.
Oh? Well, it sounds like she was gunning for the old lady's insurance, too.
Well, could you blame her? She deserved $1. Still does. Anyhow, when she found this new will, she was so upset by the way she was cut off with nothing that she brought it to me and asked what could be done about it. I had to tell her nothing. What I'd like to have done was tell her to burn it up and say nothing about it, because it's wrong, Dollar. It's all wrong.
Now, don't tell me you're kind of sweet on Dora, too.
I am not, but I do believe in justice. Don't you see? Unless this new will is a phony, a forgery, and it isn't, Danny Pringle's going to walk off with over $1 million that ought to go to Dora.
Unless that new will is a phony. Where is it, Harv?
In the hands of an attorney appointed by the court to handle the estate. But when she brought it here to show me, I made a quick photostat. Like to see it?
Yes, I certainly would.
All right. Here. And here's a stat of the earlier will.
Mm-hmm. Yes. It's a pretty lousy typing job, both of them.
I told you, she pecked them out herself. And her fingers were all cramped up with arthritis these past few years. But you can see the typing is the same, including the same repeated errors.
It's funny she didn't let Pringle type out this later one for her. After all, that was his job. And as long as she was leaving everything to him...
Well, apparently, for some reason or other, she wanted to keep it from him. At least he claimed he had no inkling she was leaving him everything.
Well, that doesn't seem likely, does it?
Well, who knows with an eccentric old biddy like her. The point is she made out both wills herself. You see the signatures? Not only hers, but the witnesses match perfectly on both documents.
Is that so? Well, these witnesses, Marjorie Durkin, John Durkin.
Marjorie came in to do the heavy cleaning for her once a week. Not much good, but after all, Mrs. Minard only paid her $2 or $3 a day.
Did you ask her if she has any idea why Mrs. Minard made this change?
It's the first thing I thought of, Dollar. But I found out that the Durkins died about a month ago. Hit and run, going home one night.
Oh, hit and run, huh? When was that, Harv?
November 7th.
Mm-hmm. I see. What? Well, it was only a couple of days after this new will was made. It's funny.
Well, it's certainly nothing to get suspicious about.
Isn't it?
Is it?
Well, hit and run, you said.
That's right.
And with them out of the way, nobody can prove they didn't witness a second will.
Oh, look, if one of these was a phony, this last one, but... Yeah, but look at them, and the police agree, not only the signatures, but even the sloppy typing.
And typing wouldn't be hard to imitate, provided the same machine was used. Now, Harv, tell me this.
Yeah.
Dora.
Yeah.
Did she by any chance kind of go for this Danny Pringle?
She did not. Those two hated each other. And I told you that she and Bill Freeze are practically engaged.
All right, then tell me this.
What?
Is Dora broken up over the death of her aunt?
She is not.
She isn't?
Now, don't get me wrong, Dollar. She's a nice girl. She started out nursing Mrs. Minard out of pity for her.
Started out?
Yeah. And then when the old crow wouldn't let her go, became more demanding, more abusive. Well, I'm sure that Dora would be the first to admit she stayed on in the hope of some reward when Mrs. Minard died. She'd been told about the first will,
but she didn't know about the new one.
Not until she opened that safe deposit box.
Anything else, Harv?
That's the whole story.
Okay. I guess you're right. There's something very fishy about this whole thing.
There certainly is. And with over $1 million involved...
Maybe this last will is a phony.
I don't see how it possibly could be.
But if it isn't, if Mrs. Minard was murdered...
In spite of what Dr. Besson said?
Well, it kind of looks as though I have 3 people to work on, doesn't it? Danny Pringle, Bill Freeze, and Dora Minard. I discussed Mrs. Minard's death with the police. And they politely suggested that instead of wasting their time, I talk with Dr. Hugo Besson. Now, since Mrs. Minard had been alone at the time of her death, he'd been authorized to make a routine autopsy. But his autopsy, the doctor told me, had been far from routine. That is, after he'd found out about the new and completely unexpected will. The result? Mrs. Minnie Minard died of natural causes. Period. End of any question of murder. I drove my rental car over to the Minard home, a big old place just off the north end of Bailey Avenue. Fortunately, the only one there when I arrived was Dora Minard, the niece. She was in her late 20s, I'd say. Tall, good-looking blonde.
Please forgive the dirty apron, Mr. Dollar.
That's quite all right.
I've been trying to get things straightened out around this old barn now that Aunt Minnie's gone. And do you know something? I've been poking around rooms I've never been in before.
Well, I thought you'd been taking care of Mrs. Minard for some years, Dora.
Oh, I have. In the mistaken belief there'd be some recompense for all the...
All the what?
Oh, I shouldn't talk about it, Mr. Dollar. I mean, the way I've been thinking. And please don't ask me to talk about Mr. Daniel Pringle.
Oh, why not?
I'd rather have him tell you how he arranged to have me cut off from her estate.
Where is he?
Oh, he's around. Just went out to get some cigarettes. And he'll stay around, too, until things are all settled. Just to make sure I don't walk off with something he doesn't want to give me. Out of the goodness of his heart. As though he had a heart.
Now, tell me this.
Please, I don't want to talk about it. Didn't you ask me how come I haven't seen some of the rooms in this house before?
Did I?
Look. Look at these keys. A different lock on every room in the house. And she kept these tied to her waist. Kept them under the pillow at night.
But you had a key to the safe deposit box.
Only because she didn't trust Danny Pringle. And somebody had to be able to go and check on her stock certificates and things. I found the new will folded up in a stock certificate.
So that's how it got in the safe deposit box.
What?
Where was the first will kept?
Oh, I think in a file here in this room.
I see.
Mr. Pringle produced it to show the date when the police were here. Do you want to look for it?
Is this her typewriter?
Oh, no, that's Mr. Pringles. And if he comes back and finds that I've unlocked the door to this room of his, maybe we'd better leave now.
Well, then, you don't use this machine.
Never. He'd have a fit. Besides, this is the first time I've been in here. And isn't this from a mess?
But Mrs. Minert could get in.
Oh, yes. She told me that she wrote her will on this machine. I mean, the first one that was to leave me everything. But why she had to go and write another, and only after she knew that she was going to die.
Perhaps I could tell you why, Dora.
Mr. Pringle.
What business have you here in my room? Who is this man? Get out of here, both of you.
Are you afraid we might find something incriminating, Pringle?
Incriminating? Don't be absurd. Who are you?
Johnny Dollar, special investigator for the insurance company.
Oh?
Here are my credentials.
Oh. Oh, I see.
Now, of course, I can get a search warrant if necessary.
Not at all necessary, Mr. Dollar. Of course not.
Now, then you don't mind if I look around.
Not at all. Please help yourself. I'm afraid things are in a bit of a mess, though. I never was too good at filing and that sort of thing.
You were going to tell me why Mrs. Minert suddenly decided to leave everything to you.
Was I? Well, it was entirely unexpected, I must say.
I'll bet it was.
Now, Dora.
But go ahead, tell him. I'd like to hear it, too.
Well, it's really quite simple, Mr. Dollar. I took this job to get what I could out of the old girl. I thought she was richer than she was. I have a certain amount of, well, charm for people like her. It's worked before, and I thought...
It has, huh?
Yes, it has. And I thought it might work with her.
You rotten
But
skunk.
it didn't. Nothing could charm that eccentric old crackpot, so I planned to leave her. But then came this last illness, and she became such a pathetic person that, well, out of sheer pity for her, I relented. More than that, I repented.
Mr. Dollar, that's the
Now,
biggest...
just wait now, Dora. I believe Mrs. Minot realized how I'd changed in my feelings toward her, that she appreciated it, and that she took this way to show her appreciation.
Mr. Dollar, that's a lie.
Now, Dora,
You know it is, Pringle.
can you prove that? Isn't her new will that you found that I didn't even know about, isn't that proof that I'm telling the truth?
Oh.
Tell me just one thing, Pringle.
Certainly.
Could anyone else have used this typewriter of yours? And I'm assuming it's the one used to write those wills.
I'm certain that she used my machine, Mr. Dollar.
Could anyone else have used it?
No. No one else could possibly have come in here. No one else could have used this typewriter except Mrs. Minot, of course, and myself.
You're absolutely sure of that?
Yes. And the police examination showed that both wills were typed on it. Therefore, only she could have written the new one.
Wrong.
What?
I saw those wills, the same typographical errors.
Well, naturally.
The same signatures, exactly the same. I held the photostatic copies up to the light, one on top of the other. The signatures matched perfectly, both of them.
Of course.
Of course not, Pringle.
What are you talking about?
It's impossible for anyone to write a signature, even his own name, write it twice exactly the same.
Mr. Dollar.
Utterly impossible.
Well, you're wrong. You must be
Well,
wrong.
try it. Here. Try it.
Now, listen.
Not
here.
even your own name.
Now, look here.
So you wrote a new will naming you as the sole beneficiary. You traced the signatures, both of them.
Well, you don't know what you're
Then
talking
you
about.
realized that you'd have to get rid of the witnesses. To the first will, John and Marjorie Durkin, so they couldn't deny having signed the second one. Hit and run, huh? I'll bet you ran after you killed them.
Yes. Yes, I did.
Mr. Dollar.
But you'll never live to tell it.
Oh, put that gun down.
Over there beside him, Dora.
Now, come on, Pringle. You don't think I'd come here alone, do you, without the police?
What?
All right, Sergeant, here he is for you.
Police? No, that's right, Pringle.
What police? What are you talking about?
Well, it's the oldest gag in the world, Dora. But amateurs still fall for it. On the strength of his statement to us, well, I hope they do pin the murder of the Durkins on him. As for that second will, it can't be genuine, simply because of those two sets of absolutely identical signatures. Expense account total, including the fare back to Hartford, $129.30. Yours truly, Johnny Dollar.
tobacco, the better it tastes. I'm a commander. Welcome aboard.
Treat yourself to a pack of new king-size Philip Morris Commanders. See what a difference cleaner tobacco makes in your smoking pleasure. You see, Commanders are made on a new machine, the Mark 8, that takes fine, rich tobacco and gently vacuum cleans it. What does that mean to you? It means new king-size Philip Morris Commanders have the cleanest tobacco ever rolled in a cigarette. And the cleaner the tobacco, the better it tastes. Noticeably better. Why don't you try a pack and see for yourself?
I'm a commander. Welcome aboard.
Now, here is our star to tell you about next week's story.
First, a word for radio station WKAT. It's the new CBS radio affiliated station in Miami, Florida. We're glad to have them with us on the network, to have them provide the people of Greater Miami with a different sound of CBS radio's outstanding programs. Welcome, WKAT. Next week, a storybook murder that suddenly comes true. Join us, won't you? Yours truly, Johnny Dollar.
Yours truly, Johnny Dollar, starring Bob Redditch, is written by Jack Johnstone, produced and directed by Bruno Zerato Jr. Heard in our cast were Lawson Zerby as Harvey Tilson, Robert Dryden as Pringle, Joan Loring as Dora, and Larry Haynes as Bill Freed. Be sure to join us next week, same time and station, for another exciting story of Yours truly, Johnny Dollar. This is Art Hannah speaking. Have a happy habit, fun day through Friday, Arthur Godfrey time on the CBS Radio Network.
When can you get a nationally famous new stereo console phonograph and a record library for Christmas at half price? When it's Columbia's Christmas bonus special, now featured at Music House, 217 Kings Highway, Haddonfield, New Jersey. Here's the legitimate $295 value for only $148.88. You get a famous Columbia stereo console phonograph with 4-speed stereo record changer, long-life diamond needle, famous Columbia CD cartridge, and 6 great speakers in a luxurious decorator-style cabinet. Plus, a 6-record stereo library featuring famous recording stars, and that's worth $35 itself. By special arrangement with Columbia, Music House at 217 Kings Highway in Haddonfield, New Jersey, is able to offer this $295 value for half price. Only $148.88 for the stereo console and record library. Come into the Music House, 217 Kings Highway in Haddonfield soon and collect your Columbia Christmas bonus special. Quantities are limited, and this big bonus value is moving fast. WCAU-FM, Philadelphia.
Major League Baseball in the Sportsorama Spotlight with straight-from-the-shoulder talk about our national pastime. April 6th, the first Sportsorama program with Red Barber on the CBS Radio Network.
The most popular sport on Boston's Charles River is rowing in one-man sculls. Or rather, it was the most popular sport, that is, until they took to beating on one man's skull. Mine.
This is another in the adventures of America's fabulous freelance insurance investigator, Johnny Dollar. At insurance investigation, Johnny Dollar is only an expert. At making out his expense account, he's an absolute genius.
Expense account submitted by Special Investigator Johnny Dollar to Miss Melanie Carter, Pinckney Street, Beacon Hill, Boston. The following is an accounting of my expenditures during assignment as your representative, investigating list of your relatives who might be interested in murdering you for your insurance, or who'd like to rock the old doll to sleep, or the unnice niece and the charming young rat who put the few in the word nephew. Expense account item 1, $5.98, airfare, Hartford to Boston. Item 2, $3 1/4, cab fare, Logan Airport to your residence on Beacon Hill.
Who is it?
This is Mr. Dollar, the insurance man from Hartford.
Good. Just a minute.
An electric latch unlocked the door of your flat, and I stepped through, straight out of this century into the last. It was another world, the remnants of which you see today in antique shops, including those Chinese wind chimes that tinkled over by the window. And you, its tiny and aged queen, sat across the 19th century room in your modern throne, that chromium and black leather wheelchair.
Come in, Mr. Dollar. Oh,
What's the matter, ma'am?
oh, nothing. You just remind me of someone I once knew, that's all. He was so... Come, sit down over here.
Thank you, Miss Carter. I take it you are Miss Carter.
Oh, yes, indeed. You probably expected a younger woman.
Maybe, but certainly not one any more attractive.
Oh. You hold on to that gallantry of yours, young man. It's very difficult to find these days. And a very precious treasure to women.
Miss Carter, since you seem to know my name, I guess there's not much use in my telling you that I'm the investigator recommended by your insurance company, Royal Life.
Oh, yes, they sent me a telegram saying you would be here.
No telephone?
No telephone. You see, Mr. Dollar, I was once a very happy young lady. Yesterday was very good to me. Today and tomorrow, who knows? And why take chances? What little life I have left, I want to enjoy. That is why I've sent for you.
You mean somebody told you I was an early American insurance investigator?
No, my dear. It's just that experience is such a good teacher. Mr. Dollar, many years ago, my husband was murdered for his insurance money by his very own brother. Would you hand me my smelling salts, please?
Yes, certainly. Here you are.
Well, fate was very quick in passing judgment on the case, because the brother was killed by a runaway horse as he was leaving the scene of his terrible crime. I not only received my half of the insurance money, but also the half that would someday have gone to him.
Oh, and now you feel that your life may be in danger for the same reason.
Oh, well, whether my life is actually in danger is not the most important thing. It is my mind that is in danger. The beneficiaries to all of my insurance, and as the company may have told you, it is a lot of insurance, are my niece and my nephew, the children of that murderer. You see, I adopted them after their father's death. Oh, bad blood is bad blood, Mr. Dollar. And I want you to make sure that I am not indulged by it.
So, with the two names and addresses you gave me, written in your precise copperplate handwriting, I set out to give the once-over lightly to the two people you were afraid might someday give you a once-over not so lightly. Move number one, a quick trip up the financial pathways worn bare by credit bureaus, income tax investigators, and other types of snoops. I learned that thanks to your generosity, both your niece and your nephew had just enough to live graciously on, and thanks to your frugality, no more. Move number two, a quick trip to Cambridge, the address of your nephew, Chalmers Carter, a stylish fire trap near Harvard Square. A maid let me in and summoned her mistress. Her entrance was announced by the jangling of a stack of bracelets and bangles running up her arm.
So sorry to keep you waiting, darling. What was it you wanted?
How do you do? Mrs. Carter?
Oh, yes. Yes, I'm Crystal Carter. Of course. Oh, I say, that's a beautiful suit you're wearing. It's not Boston, I can tell.
No, New York. $185, right off the racks. Mrs. Carter, the maid tells me your husband isn't at home.
Oh, I know. He isn't?
Well, when do you expect him back?
He always calls me before he comes. Why?
I want to talk to him. That's why. Business, you know, that old stuff.
Oh, business. Who can have any fun business? Hmm? Who are you, anyway? Sit down.
I'm a guy who suddenly knows what the old-fashioned Iceman must have felt like.
Huh? Oh. Who are you, I ask?
Mrs. Carter, I am what is known in the investment business as a finder. My job is to find money for people who have bona fide projects, but who are short on cash, with which to develop them.
That sounds like a lovely job.
It is, when you find the money. You work on a percentage. Now, right now out in California, there's a little man who some time ago bought a lot of oil rights covering a big piece of property. It's right near Newhall, where there's been a lot of gushers coming in. He's got the property. I'm looking for the money with which to develop it. I hoped your husband would be interested.
Oil? There's a lot of money in oil. Well, of course he's interested. I'll call him right away.
Before you do, maybe I'd better tell you. What I'm looking for is a lot of money.
Uh-huh.
So unless your husband has a lot available, it'll be no use.
Well, he can get it. I'm sure he can get it. He's often told me all he needed was one big chance. Maybe this is it. I know where to reach him on the phone. Where can he reach you?
The chance to make a lot of quick money melted the love light right out of Crystal Carter's eyes. And if anything, the money look that replaced it was even wilder. She moved fast. By the time I got back to my hotel, there was a message there telling me where I could find her husband, Chalmers. And her directions took me back into a taxi, back across the Charles River, and move number 3 to the Bayshore Trotting Club, a fancy little track where millionaires who like the smell of stables see how fast they can make horses trot. Chalmers Carter was up there among the rest, in spirit if not in prosperity, sitting in the low flat grandstand watching the afternoon workouts, knowingly holding a stopwatch in his hand and keeping one eye on a blaze-faced filly who was kicking up the dust in the racing oval, and one ear on me. And as you may or may not know, Mr. Carter, the best thing about an oil investment, the first 27% of your income from it is tax-free.
What? Say that again.
That's right. The first 27%, tax-free.
Dollar, just how much money do you need?
About 120,000 should do it.
120,000, huh? All right, I'll see what I can do about it.
What did you say about 120,000, Carter?
George...
When you get your hands on 120,000, Chalmers, don't forget the 500 you owe me.
Move number 4. A quick trip back across the one more river I seem to have to cross, the Charles, to a pompous little apartment on Bay State Road, where I found your niece, Sophia. Very pretty, but very stuffy.
Your proposition interests me. However, I would naturally first have to check everything very closely with my business advisors.
Oh, naturally. This first visit is only to find out whether you are interested and whether you do have money immediately available.
Immediately?
Yes.
I see. Very well. I think it can be managed.
Then, having made those moves, I was in a hurry to move you out of the way, which led me straight back to your flat on Pinckney Street, Beacon Hill. And there, once again, I bumped into what I've learned to expect in my racket, the unexpected. Your apartment door was slightly open. Your wheelchair was empty. And from outside, I saw you across the room, standing there, talking into something that earlier in the day you had very deliberately told me you didn't have. A telephone.
Oh, Joseph, I'm so glad I was able to reach you. Now listen, I have another little job for you to do. I want you to come right over. Both of you. You need Rocky, huh? You know where it is? No, this time it's somebody I have to get rid of.
I took up a plant in the antique store across the street and waited for your visitors. They were charming. Just the sort of folks you'd expect to see on Beacon Hill, dropping in for a spot of afternoon tea. They were the kind of guys who never wear wristwatches, handcuffs being rough on watch crystals. I gave them a short lead upstairs, then pussyfooted up behind them. Oh, one of these days my right eye is going to wind up shaped like a keyhole, with my left ear shaped like a cauliflower from pressing against door panels.
It's so nice having you young fellows around to depend on. Sit down. Do you want some nice tea and cake?
No, thanks, dear. We just had some pizza and beer.
Yeah, Joe and me just had some pizza and beer.
What's on your mind, Grandma?
Yeah, what's on your mind, Grandma?
Well, boys, you know how worried I've been about that family of mine. Well, things are even worse now.
Hey, what's up?
Yeah, what's up?
Well, I want you to understand that it wasn't that I didn't have complete faith in your ability to protect me.
Sure.
But I finally turned to my insurance company, hoping to save a few dollars.
Yeah.
They sent a scoundrel named Dollar from Hartford to protect me, mind you. And do you know what he did?
No, what'd he do?
No, what did he do?
Well, just to make sure this Dollar fellow, I called a private detective and had him followed when he left here.
Good.
And that detective told me that Dollar went to Sophia and my nephew Chalmers and is trying to entice them to kill me for my insurance money so they can buy some phony oil stock he's trying to sell them.
Huh? That guy sounds like a big operator.
Yeah, that guy sounds like a big operator.
Well, whatever he is, I want that young man out of the way.
Grandma, dear, you don't really mean out of the way.
That's exactly what I mean.
Joseph, I see something I don't like very much.
What is it?
Some shadows moving around under the edge of the front door.
Well, what are we waiting for?
Yeah.
Come here, you! I wasn't a match for one of those guys, let alone two. And Rocky, Big Sir Echo, not only repeated everything Joe said, he repeated everything Joe did. Take this! Oh!
Yeah, take this! Oh!
That's good. That's very good. Now, that's him. That's Dollar. You hold him. Hold him. Don't let him get away.
Mr. Dollar, unless you're in a big hurry to get measured for a cement suit, don't start no funny business.
Don't worry. I feel about as funny as a funeral. My own.
Well, I hope you've learned your lesson. Although, don't you think for a minute it's all over. This'll teach you honesty is the best policy, and cheaters never prosper.
Take it easy, Grandma, dear. This boy will not ever bother you again. Come on, Buster.
Yeah. Come on, Buster.
Yeah. Go on, Buster.
In just a moment, we will return to the second act of Johnny Dollar. But first, this fall, you hear them all on CBS, and you hear from the top mystery writers as well as top stars like Jack Benny, Bing Crosby, and the Lux Radio Theater luminaries. One such master of mystery, Raymond Chandler, and his world-famous private eye, Philip Marlowe, will be heard from later tonight on most of these same CBS stations. Be sure to hear this latest, hard-bitten, wisecracking adventure of Philip Marlowe later tonight, won't you?
Tune in this fall for the shows that you love best of all. Listen carefully, here's the address. It's CBS.
Now, with our star, Charles Russell, we return to the second act of Yours Truly, Johnny Dollar.
Usually, when people are taken for a ride, at least it's a free one. However, Joseph and his friend Rocky didn't feel that way. So, expense account, item 3, $1.20, cab fare, up Tremont Street toward Boston's South End. The three of us sat packed in the back of the taxi with me in the middle. And just as we passed King's Chapel burying ground, Rocky and Joseph suddenly felt the urge to be alone with me.
Hey, driver, crank up your window. We wish to be in private.
As it happens, I can't. The crank fell off.
Yeah, you and your lousy cab.
Yeah, you and your lousy cab.
Well, step on it.
There were also things to step on in Joe's lousy hotel. Up in his room, they gave me the hot seat of honor on the edge of the bed, stood over me, one on each side, and issued me an invitation, but not to dance.
We think you are a smart guy, Dollar, and we want a piece of your action.
What are you talking about?
Yeah, Joe, what are you talking about?
That. You just keep your muscles handy. I do the thinking and the talking.
Okay, so go do it.
Huh? What?
Do it.
Yeah. Let's see. Where was we? Oh, yeah. Like I was saying, Dollar, you got a good racket, and we want a piece of your action.
Okay, Joe. What do you think my action is?
Listen, buddy, I've been around hustlers all my life, so you ain't fooling me. You set up the old lady to get knocked off just like she said. In the meantime, you get all the people who will collect her insurance nice and ready to sell them some no-good oil stock. Your hands are clean, except for a bush league swindle. The most you could get out of that is from 3 to 5 years, and that's the only chance you're taking.
Joe, you're a genius. Well, let me ask you one thing, though. Why should I go to all that trouble? Why shouldn't I just sell my hot oil stock to the old lady in the first place and save all that extra trouble?
That's where guys like you are smarter than guys like me. You got your reasons. You ain't kidding nobody. Huh? We like the way you operate. And we want in.
I guess I've found myself a pair of partners.
Good. Shake.
Yeah, shake. One at a time. Joe? Rocky?
Oh, I'm sorry. This is great. Yeah, Rocky and me have been taking Grandma for a few bucks now and then, protecting her from them squares she's afraid of. But I never thought it would turn into anything as big as this.
Just out of curiosity, how'd you guys meet Grandma in the first place?
We was doing a little social break-in and entering one night, and it turned out to be her house, yeah? She got the drop on us. We seen her there in her wheelchair, pushed her into the bedroom, and went to work.
Yeah, went to work. And the next thing we know, she's standing there pointing a whole shotgun at us. What?
You creep, that was no shotgun.
What?
What are you? It's a very hysterical musket.
Oh.
You stupid. She told me. Let's see, where was we? Anyway, that's how we met her. She made us a deal. She wouldn't call the cops if we'd done her a turn. Besides, she paid us for it. We ought to have a bottle sent up, yeah?
What for?
Well, all we got to do is wait till the nephew or the niece knock off their ante. So why not have a drink while we're waiting?
Oh, whoa, now hold everything. That's not the way to do it.
How come?
Yeah, how come?
Now, look, if we sit here, we blow a big chance. The chance to get rid of whoever murders the old doll. We see who do it. We turn them in. They're out of the way, and the insurance money goes to the other one. Then I go to work on them.
Yeah. You see what I mean, Rocky? That's why guys like him has got more brains than guys like me.
Yeah, more brains than guys like me, too.
In spades. Okay, Dollar, what do we do?
I was in a bad spot, but I'd put you, Auntie Carter, in a worse one, hoping to attract any bad apples that might be hanging on your family tree. Then all of a sudden you decided I was a worm and eliminated me as your number one protector. Among your spoiled family fruit, there was nephew Chalmers, fishy-eyed and money-hungry, his wife Crystal, who was no killer to look at, but who could be sure of her with a gun in her hand. Then there was Sophia. She was stuffy, but strangely reminded me of a precocious young lady who strangled her mother so that she might wear her evening gown to her high school senior prom. So, when Joseph, expert in giving a fellow's eye a coat of many colors, asked me, what do we do now? I honestly didn't know. The best answer I could come up with was get back to where we could keep an eye on your address on Pinckney Street. But when we got there, Pinckney Street was blocked off by blue uniforms, and reinforcements were still arriving. Hey, what's going on?
Yeah, what's going on?
Well, you gotta be sure of one thing. This ain't the policeman's ball. Look, how well are you guys known to the Boston police?
Some of their best quizmasters have failed to make us talk.
Yeah, they failed to make us talk.
Okay, you better let me go ahead.
Not too far ahead.
Don't worry.
Hey, look, Joseph, the cops are coming down out of her house.
Oh. What do you mean now? Looks like the job is all done.
Yeah, I'd better get up the hill and find out for sure.
Don't forget, partner, we're watching.
Don't worry.
Keep moving, folks, with it. Just keep moving, mister.
Hey, officer. Officer.
Yeah.
I'm Dollar of the Boston Globe. What's going on? Am I going to make the front page?
Yeah, you might.
Well, what's it all about?
Some dame, a friend of the commissioner's, called for protection.
Oh, I thought it was a murder.
It is. By the time we get here, the dame up there is colder than Sunday morning beans.
How do you like that?
Hey, Dollar, when you're writing this story, my name is Fred Mosher.
Huh? Oh, yeah, Fred Mosher.
Yeah, I used to play basketball for the Boys Club of Boston. When you're writing this story, put my name in, will you? The wife will get a kick out of it. Well, I gotta get back to headquarters.
Headquarters? Hey, officer. Fred. Yeah? Come here. Listen, I'll see that you get your name in the paper if you do me a favor.
Oh.
Act like you're arresting me, will you? A couple of friends of mine are just down the street. I want to pull a gag on them.
Sure. With or without handcuffs.
Anyway, just grab me by the elbow and throw me in that squad car. I could tell by the eyes of Joseph and Rocky that I had just successfully dissolved a partnership. At the corner of Arlington and Boylston, I swapped the patrol car for a cab. And, what do you know? I headed back across the Charles River to Cambridge.
Oh. Hello, darling. I'm sorry the maid wasn't here to answer the door. I'm all alone. Isn't that good? Come on in. Come on. Right in here.
Would you mind, Crystal, walking just a few more steps ahead of me? It'll make you easier to follow.
Oh, you. Here we are. Make yourself at home.
Where's your husband?
Oh, stop worrying about my husband. He had to go out for a while on business. I told you before, he always calls before he comes home. In case I wanted to bring something.
How long has he been gone?
I wish you'd stop worrying about Shaw. Why don't you stop paying some attention to little Crystal?
Wait a minute now. Stop. Get a grip on yourself. Wait, watch it.
No.
Crystal, what are you up to?
Oh!
Here, stop it. Stop it, I say. Oh, it's you, Dollar. A finder, huh? Just what are you trying to find?
Now, wait a minute, Carter.
Oh, Chalmers, thank heavens you got here. He forced his way in. He's from New York.
I am not. I'm from Hartford. It's only my suit that's from New York.
Why, you despicable cad. I've a good notion to thrash you to within an inch of your life.
I was certainly in no position to ask any questions around there, so I hit him a shot in the whiskers and left. And where do you think I went? Back across the Charles River to Bay State Road and Niece Sophia's pompous little apartment. Nobody answered, so I broke rule number 3 in the book of how not to get your head split open when nobody answers the door. Picked the burglar's friend type lock and went in. I thought at first I'd set off a new, polite kind of burglar alarm, but it was only a grandfather clock tolling out 10 p.m. as the moonlight boffed me smack in the kisser. First thing I saw out the window was my friend the Charles River, over which I'd made more crosses than the X-Man in a tic-tac-toe tournament. My tongue was as dry as that was wet. The second thing I saw, thanks to my fountain pen type flashlight, was an open drawer in a kidney-shaped desk. Sophia Carter was no housekeeper. The white paper lining inside it was dusty, except for the portion that held the vacant outline of a junior miss-size revolver. Then the lights went on.
Well, Mr. Dollar, you'll be the death of me yet.
Auntie, what are you doing alive?
Oh, you're surprised. You hoped I'd be dead, didn't you? Well, I'm not. I'm not, you see.
Yeah, I sure do see.
But you'll be dead if I pull this trigger.
Honey, when I don't walk in on a man with a gun in his hand, it's a matter of courage. When I don't throw a flying tackle on a girl with a gun in her hand, it's a matter of etiquette. And when I don't get rough with an old lady holding a gun in her hand, it's a matter of knowing that at your age your reflexes are gone. You can be talked out of things. With me holding your gun hand straight up overhead, I hope nobody's at home upstairs. Give me that.
Let me go! Let me go! Don't you kill me. Everybody's trying to kill me. Sophia was when she came to my flat this afternoon.
Oh, which must mean that Sophia is the body in your flat tonight. The body I thought was yours.
I know she was. She's been threatening to kill me for years.
Now, what's that you've got in your other hand?
No, you can't.
Here, give it to me now.
No, you can't
Come
read
on.
it. No.
What I ripped out of her hand was a very old note written on very old paper.
Give me that.
And reading it, what with the clawing, scratching 82-year-old woman tucked under one arm, it read like a voice from out of the past.
That is mine.
The voice of that 82-year-old woman's long-dead husband, Caleb Carter.
To my beloved niece, Sophia, in these last remaining moments of consciousness, I tell you this. My wife, Melanie, has made repeated attempts upon my life. This time, I'm afraid she has succeeded. Also, crushing the life from your father, my brother. beneath the wheels of her carriage as he rushed to my rescue.
Well, I guess this means that Sophia had this letter and has been holding it over your head for years.
Yes. He's been blackmailing me. Blackmailing me. Blackmailing me.
Melanie, it was your conscience that first called me into this case to protect you from your relatives. It was your conscience that hired that private detective to protect you from me. And it was your conscience that got you mixed up with Joe and Rocky to protect you from the detective and me. Then again, it was that same old conscience that called in the police to protect you from your gangster friends. Now, there's only one more thing, I hope.
What's that?
That same conscience will prevent you from making an undignified surrender. My arm.
Thank you, young man. Your arm.
Expense account, item 4, $15, pipe and slippers. Appeasement to Chalmers Carter, nephew of the accused. To give him a symbol that all I was really trying to find was a way to straighten out his home life. Item 5, $50, a personally autographed check in lieu of his name in the paper to Patrolman Fred Mosier, so that the wife would still get a kick out of the publication of his name on the payable to line of said check. Expense account item 6, $15. Gift to Joseph and Rocky. One roll of tickets on the River Queen sightseeing boat, which gives daily round-trip tours of the Charles River. Maybe they'll do me a favor and fall in. Item 7, $5.98. Airfare, Boston to Hartford. Expense account total? What's the use? Where you are now, Aunt Melanie Carter, you're never going to be in a position to pay. I won't even bother to sign it. Yours, truly, Johnny Dollar.
Yours truly, Johnny Dollar, is produced and directed by Gordon T. Hughes and stars Charles Russell. Script by Paul Dudley and Gil Dowd. Be sure to be with us at this same time next week when another unusual expense account is handed in by...
Yours truly, Johnny Dollar.
This is CBS, the Columbia Broadcasting System.
The Hallmark Playhouse, which is heard during most of the year at this time on Thursdays, has nearly finished its summer vacation. Be with us when Hallmark Playhouse returns to CBS 4 weeks from tonight on September 7th. Now from Hollywood, it's time for Edmund O'Brien as...
Johnny Dollar.
I'm glad you're in, Dollar. This is Barton, Chief Adjuster at Cosmopolitan All Risk. When can I see you?
I hope it doesn't have to be tonight. I'm ready for bed.
I'm afraid it does have to be tonight. I just got a call from a city fire inspector. There's a 4-alarm blaze in the Hartford Alliance building. We carry the fire policy.
Has Inspector phoned you? Does he suspect arson?
More than that, they picked up the man who said it. That policy is for over $300,000. I'd like you to sit in while this guy makes his statement.
Okay, Barton. I'll meet you there.
Edmund O'Brien in another adventure of the man with the action-packed expense account. America's fabulous freelance insurance investigator.
Yours truly, Johnny Dollar. Expense account submitted by Special Investigator Johnny Dollar to Home Office, Cosmopolitan All Risk Insurance Company. The following is an accounting of my expenditures during investigation of the Hartford Alliance matter. Expense account item 1, $2.50 cab fare from my apartment to the scene of the fire.
Hey, Mark, can't you give us any more pressure? I'm feeding 4 lines now. Sorry.
We have the chemical hose right over here, Woodruff.
There it is, Captain. Watch it there, mister.
Oh, yeah. Through here.
hit it from the third window there. Dollar! Hey, Dollar! Right over here, Barton. Hey, Barton, here.
Oh, everything outlines against that place. I couldn't see you over here.
Out of harm's way. Hey, that building was a bad risk. Is there any steel in it?
Yeah, maybe a little in the plumbing, but it's no worse than most in this neighborhood. Somebody's got to insure them.
Who owns it?
His name is Clarence Pickett. I don't know too much about him.
I understand the blaze started there in the ground floor corner office.
Yeah, that's right. The Hartford Alliance Loan Company. An off-duty policeman saw it start as he was driving by and then grabbed this kid as he was heading it down the alley.
A kid?
Yeah, about 19 or so. They took him down, but we can question him when they get through.
And they're sure he's the one.
He was running away. Hey, look at that wall below the second floor window.
Yeah, get in. Get out of there. Get back away from that wall. Come on! Expense account item 2, $1.75 cab fare to police headquarters where I met Sergeant Broderick, the officer in charge.
This kid's a queer one. I don't know what you'll get out of him. He wouldn't even give us a name to book him under.
Nothing on him that would identify him?
Nothing. Must have stripped his pockets.
Well, the fact that he darn near killed a bunch of men might help loosen him up, huh?
I wish you luck. Yeah, this is it. You all ready, Martin?
I'm all loaded, yes.
We're going in to talk to him. When we finish, I'll bring him out. He'll be in front of me.
Right.
What's that for?
We'll get a photograph, snap one as he comes out the door. Can't get a halfway natural one any other way. Then we'll have it published and try to find out who he is. Go ahead. All right, son, get on your feet. These men want to talk to you.
It won't do you any good to talk to me. I don't want to talk about anything, and I won't.
Did you set that fire?
Yeah, I said it.
Why?
It doesn't make any difference why. I said it, and I'm ready to take anything that's coming to me.
Have you set any other fires?
If you mean am I one of those arson nuts, I'm not.
And why'd you set it?
Why do you keep asking me questions when I told you I wasn't going to answer any?
Your fire almost killed some men a few minutes ago. It may do it yet.
I didn't think about that. I'm sorry. I had to do it.
Why?
I can't tell you. Leave me alone.
Somebody hire you to do it?
It doesn't make any difference.
Why won't you tell us who you are?
Because I don't want you to know. I don't want anybody to know who I am. I don't want a trial or anything. I'll plead guilty to everything, to setting the fire and to killing firemen, everything. Just give me what's coming to me and leave me alone.
Let me see your hands.
Why?
Let me see them.
No. Hey, let go, will you? Let go.
Up, darling.
Well, that's all I want.
What was that for?
I wanted to find out what kind of a kid he is. He's not tough. His hands are clean, nails trimmed. There's a mark left by a ring on the third finger, left hand. Class rings, my guess. I've had enough for now, Sergeant.
Okay, we're turning him over to the psychiatrist in the morning. All right, son, on your feet. I'm going to put you to bed now. Come on. Keep moving. Hold it now.
Hey, give me that camera. You can't take my picture. What are you trying to do?
Calm down. Calm down.
Expense account item 3, $7. Transportation and general costs the next morning spent while running down the financial condition of Mr. Clarence Pickett, owner of the burned-out building. At 1 p.m., I looked for him at his home, and at 1:45, I found him viewing the charred remains of the Hartford Alliance building. Mr. Pickett?
Yes?
You were pointed out to me by one of the workmen. My name is Dollar. I'm working for Cosmopolitan All Risk.
And I suppose they're as trouble as I am over this. My office was right there, the corner one on the third floor.
That's right over the spot where the fire started.
Yes, so I've been advised. And I was reminded as to how many nights I've been working there at the hour it broke out. You haven't assayed the loss already, have you?
That's not my job, Mr. Pickett. I'm not an adjuster. I'm a private investigator.
Oh. Well, I suppose under conditions such as we find ourselves, it'd be reasonable to expect investigation. Who's that strange boy? And why did he do this thing?
You've seen his picture in the paper there. I was going to ask you if you knew him.
I? Well, of course I'd. What are your insinuations, young man?
Look, Mr. Pickett, the conditions, as you call them, are not at all clear. An insurance company feels it has a right to make plenty of insinuations when it's up against a fire of incendiary origin.
Go on.
I was able to learn this morning that financially, you are not a healthy man.
You rotten snoop.
You've taken some pretty heavy losses on the exchange in the past few months.
I've dealt in stocks, bonds, and property for a long time. When the day comes that I have to burn myself out to recoup my losses... Oh, go away. I don't want to talk to you any further.
I'm afraid it can't stop here. Will you come down to police headquarters and face that boy they picked up?
I will not.
Why won't you?
Because I have no reason to. I've never seen him, and I don't care to.
On the strength of your refusal, I think a court order could force you to.
You do that?
I certainly would. So you have nothing to lose by coming without one.
Very well, Mr. Dollar. And I'll see you choke on your own insults.
Sit down, Mr. Pickett. I want you to understand that this is routine procedure and in no way an accusation of any kind.
Oh, rot. A few words to whitewash a violation of my rights.
Help yourself to the desk chair, Dollar.
Thank you.
All right, Dr. Herbert. Will you bring the boy in now? Mr. Pickett, Mr. Dollar, our psychiatrist, Dr. Herbert.
How do you do, Doctor?
Gentlemen.
All right, son. Remember, this is serious. Now, have you ever seen this man before?
Yes, I have.
What?
Tell me who he is.
He owns the building. He hired me to set the fire.
But that's not true.
He gave me $50 and promised me 50 more.
Why, he's lying. I've never seen him before in my life.
Why would he lie?
How should I know? Because he's insane. He's trying to use me to hide something else.
Son, where's the money?
I spent it. I didn't get the other 50.
These are bald-faced lies. It sounds like a scheme of the police. Well, it'll not be as easy as that. I'll not put up with it another moment. I'll seek counsel before I speak with you again.
I couldn't hold him. We can pick him up later. Either of you want any more with this one?
I'll see him later this afternoon.
Nothing for me right now.
All right, son, come on. We'll go back to that room and talk some more.
What do you think, Doctor?
There is a greatly troubled and very confused young man. I could do very little to help him. A psychiatrist needs cooperation. He fought me every moment of the consultation.
Think he was telling the truth about Pickett?
It's hard to say. It could be true. On the other hand, as a falsehood, it could be classed as one aspect of this tremendously strong desire to keep some secret hidden.
How would he know that Pickett was the owner of the building?
That would be quite simple. Newspaper was shown to him this morning in an effort to force him to reveal his identity.
Yeah, that's right. There's still no key to who he is, eh?
None. I've learned only that he seems to be, well, should we say, a well-bred boy, fairly well-educated, who was tortured by something in the building that he feared and hated.
The fire started in the offices of the Hartford Alliance Loan Company. Do you think a debt that the boy couldn't pay off would be a strong enough motive to drive him to arson?
Unless it were a debt of shame. No.
Well, we have to start someplace. Loan company is a better lead than what we've had so far. Say, you sure the kid isn't making this up, that he's not a psychopathic?
The psychopath is only an emotionally immature individual. And two of us can say that we have reached emotional maturity, or what it is.
After hearing the doctor out to the bitter end, I knew no more about the arson case than I'd known before. Expense account item 4, $1.75, cab fare back to the ruins of the Hartford Alliance building. Only a guard from the fire department was there, and a workman who was busy in the same office I wanted to look over.
I wouldn't come in here if I were you. You'll get dirty and it isn't too safe.
I'll be all right.
What do you want?
Well, I got an okay from the guards out there. I'm an investigator working on this case.
Oh, go ahead then. This loan outfit hired me to bring out their stuff that isn't burned, but it's all mixed up with the stuff from upstairs. Caved in.
Yes, fires are a mess.
Yeah, the safe from up there fell through, and I can't tell one from another. I wouldn't be surprised if the whole floor came next, what's left of it. What are you looking for?
I don't know. What was upstairs?
An employment agency, from what I picked up. Maids and butlers and that kind of thing. There's the one safe, and that's the other. Can you tell them apart?
Why don't you take both of them out and open them?
Yeah, well, all right. Give me a hand then, will you?
Sure.
This one's almost covered up. Hey, what's that?
Sounds like a timber. Let's move.
Hey, there's stuff above.
Yeah, there's someone up there. Come on, this way, come on. Hey! Hey, you up there! Hey! Hey!
The highest standard of living, the highest wages, and the shortest hours. All this plus the time-honored guarantee of individual freedom. Where else will you find all these advantages but under our American economic system? Help to preserve that system. It has brought more benefits to more people than any other system ever devised. Now, with our star Edmund O'Brien, we return to the second act of Yours Truly, Johnny Dollar.
Johnny Dollar.
This is Bart, Johnny. How do you feel this morning?
Oh, rotten. How about the workman?
Bad. Still unconscious. Fractured skull and something about his back.
Well, I guess I feel better than he does. Hey, Barton.
Yeah?
That cave-in was no accident.
What's that?
There was a man on the floor above us. It's one of the last things I remember. He was looking down at us, holding a crowbar.
Well, why didn't you say something about it yesterday?
I wasn't thinking straight. You don't after a crack in the head like that. But I began to remember last night.
Are you sure of this, Dollar?
I guess it'll be hard to prove. There were two safes in there. One from the Hartford Alliance Loan Company and the other from the Hartford Alliance Employment Agency. It had fallen through from the office above.
I don't get it.
I don't either. But we just decided to move both of them out because you couldn't tell them apart without looking at their contents. And that's when the roof fell in.
And you're trying to work out a connection.
Oh, I don't know. Say, what about the kid? Has he been identified?
Not yet. He still insists that Piggott paid him to set the blaze. Hard to prove, but I'm following it up.
I wouldn't build a case on it yet. I'll try some more coffee and aspirin, and when I can make it, I'll go down and talk to the kid again. What's the matter with you?
Oh, get out of here, will you?
I'd like to. I wish I'd never heard of you, much less seen you. But it's my job to clean this thing up. That means putting as much evidence as I can get into the hands of the people who hired me. So settle back. I might be working on you until you're middle-aged.
Pickett hired me. I told you that.
Speaking as an insurance man, I'd like to believe that's true. But I don't think it is. I think something in the building was behind that fire.
He paid me to do it.
And why would somebody try to kill a workman and me because we were pulling a couple of office safes out of the wreckage?
I don't know. I don't know anything about that. Pickett hired me.
What does the Hartford Alliance Loan Company mean to you?
Nothing. I don't know anything about it.
Or the Hartford Alliance Employment Agency?
It doesn't mean anything. It doesn't mean anything. Nothing does. I can't tell you anything. Leave me alone, will you? I can't tell you anything. Please, leave me alone.
That afternoon, his silence stopped paying off, and his picture in the paper started to. A woman phoned in to say that she thought she recognized him. And at 6 that evening, I was standing on her doorstep in the little resort village of Pine Orchard. Mrs. Landry?
Yes?
My name is Dollar. I talked to you after you phoned the police in Hartford.
Oh, yes, Mr. Dollar. Won't you come in?
Thank you.
It was just the strangest thing about the way I happened to see that Hartford paper. Nobody out here takes it, you know. But I went down to the drugstore to buy a movie magazine, and something just pulled my eyes to this paper, and there was Billy Brandon.
You're sure of it?
I've known him since he was a tyke. I worked for his people, you know. That was before Mrs. Brandon passed on 3 years ago. I can't imagine what could have got into Billy to be in such awful trouble.
Is his father still alive?
Oh, my, yes, a splendid man.
And they live here in Pine Orchard?
Only in the summer. They're from Chicago, but they have a huge estate here, loads of money. Mr. Brandon is in Florida fishing. Poor man, I don't suppose he even knows.
The police are trying to locate him.
Yes, I just don't know what to think of it. How could Billy cause his poor father such shame?
Mrs. Landry, do you know if there's anyone on the estate now that I could talk to?
Nobody that lives in. Mr. Meek, the gardener, lives just down the street. He told me just yesterday that woman they kept out there left her job without so much as locking up the house.
Who is she?
Their maid. An out-of-town girl. From your home, Hartford. Some employment agency sent her.
Employment agency?
That's what Mr. Meek told me.
Mrs. Landry, do you know if it was the Hartford Alliance Employment Agency?
Yes, that was it. It's their business, I suppose, but there are plenty of good girls right here in town.
Mrs. Landry, what was her name? Do you know?
No, I don't, but Mr. Meek lives just down the street. He'd know.
The name turned out to be Belle Muir. And with that information, I pried Sergeant Broderick loose from a friendly poker game after I'd gotten back to Hartford. I met him in the file room at headquarters.
Come on in, Dollar. We'll see what we can dig up. Now, give me your theory again, will you?
Well, according to your psychiatrist, young Brandon was afraid of something in that building. It would seem that somebody else was afraid to see one of the two safes leave.
How sure are you of that?
I saw a man pry the wall loose.
Did you identify him?
Probably not. I just caught a flash. But the fact that the Brandons had hired a girl from the agency sort of falls into place, doesn't it? Don't you smell blackmail?
We'll see. You want to check our files on the girl, right?
Both the girl and the manager of the agency, Benjamin Price.
What's her name again?
Belle Muir. M-U-I-R.
M-U... here it is. M-U... Yeah, here's a Muir. Adelaide. How's that for a record? Look at that. They never learn. Mullen. That's it. No more Muirs.
Can we try Price now?
Sure. Here's the mail file over here. A-R-I... Price... Adolf. Dollar. Benjamin?
Benjamin L.
Benjamin L. Yeah, here he is. What do you know about that?
What's on him?
1939, suspected of fraud, no indictment. 1944, suspected of receiving stolen goods, no indictment. Suspicion of fraud again in 48, no indictment.
What about young Brandon? Can I talk to him?
Won't do any good tonight. He's in the hospital under sedatives.
You can't help feeling sorry for him. At least I can. Especially if it's blackmail.
Yeah, I know. His father's due in tomorrow afternoon. Maybe he can do something with him. Well, I'll see if I can get authorization from the bunco detail to follow this through. Tomorrow, we'll look into that setup.
Do you care if I go ahead tonight?
Where are you going?
Belle Muir's.
Why start with her?
Couple of reasons. With a background of suspicions, but no indictments like that, Price must be smart. And I'd like her to talk to him before I do. Put him on guard and see what his next move will be.
Okay, Dollar. There's no way I can stop you. You've been lucky so far. Don't foul it up now.
Lucky? I'll trade you my headache for your poker losses any day. The discovery of Benjamin Price's name in the police file wasn't the only development to take place at headquarters. The desk sergeant had a message which he passed along just before I left. The workman who had been with me in the office when the wall had come down on us had died of his injuries. It wasn't just an arson case any longer. I found Belle Muir at home, in a ground floor apartment, low-income neighborhood. Her reaction when I introduced myself gave me nothing. She invited me in, apologized for some nylons drying on the back of a chair, and invited me to sit down.
I can't believe that Mr. Brandon would do such a thing. Why would he?
I think he was being blackmailed.
Oh, a nice young man like him. I don't think he'd ever do anything he could be blackmailed for. He's too nice.
Have you ever heard of anybody but people with nice reputations standing still for blackmail?
Oh, I can't believe it. And I don't understand about the fire. Why would he do that?
To try and stop the blackmailers. Now, you're the only connection we've found between the building and the Brandons. I'd hoped you could help us.
Help? I don't know anything about it.
You got your job with the Brandons through the Hartford Alliance Employment Agency?
Yeah, I've been signed with them for over a year.
Is there any way they could have gotten a hold of any information they could use against the boy?
I don't see how. And I swear I don't know what it could be. Young Mr. Brandon was almost too nice, if you know what I mean.
No, just what do you mean?
Well, I've had trouble with some of these spoiled rich men's sons, but Mr. Brandon never looked twice at me. Listen, you don't think that I...
Why'd you leave your job so suddenly, Miss Muir?
I didn't. I'm still employed. But when his father ran off to Florida and young Mr. Brandon said he was going away, I didn't see any use cooling my heels in that place away from my friends.
Uh-huh, sure.
I think you're barking up the wrong tree, Mr. Dollar. They're all nice people in the agency, every one.
Mr. Price, the manager?
He's very nice.
He has quite a record of being questioned by the police.
I don't believe that.
It's true.
Well, I never would have suspected it. I don't know what to think of this, Mr. Dollar. I really don't.
I don't either, Miss Muir. I won't take any more of your time. Thanks a lot.
Well, anything I can do to help, please call on me.
I said I would and left the apartment. But I got back to a position outside her door in time to hear a phone dialed and a conversation that started, "He was here." Proof of blackmail is hard to get without the cooperation of the victim, which is also hard to get. But it looked more and more like that lay behind the trouble. The next morning, I decided to try my luck with Benjamin Price.
Yes?
Mr. Price?
That's right.
My name is Dollar. I'm investigating the fire in your building for the insurance company.
What do you want from me? I didn't light it.
It's funny you should say that.
Why?
Because in a way, I think you did.
You can suspect blackmail all you want. That's one thing. Making it stick is another.
I guess Belle won't be much of a witness against you, will she?
Best kind I can think of. We're going to get married. She's loyal. So why don't you drop it, Dollar? You won't get any place.
You feel a little different now than you did when we were moving your safe out of that building. You must have gotten rid of the evidence.
I don't get you.
Yes, you do. I saw you. Don't you remember? I yelled at you.
Don't be ridiculous.
The man who was with me, the workman, died yesterday afternoon. With a blackmail, it should work into a first-degree murder charge.
You're going pretty far, aren't you?
Not as far as the men from the police laboratory are going. They're looking for marks from a crowbar in that rubble that came down on us. And they're pretty good.
Watch where you talk this stuff up, Dollar. I'm warning you, I don't scare easy and I don't railroad easy.
And what are you worried about?
Watch where you shoot off your mouth. Now beat it. Go on!
I wish you hadn't gone to him, Dollar. You said yourself he was smart.
He is, but he's guilty, too. I recognize him, and he knows it. What about the father?
Well, he got in a little afternoon. He's a pretty important man in Chicago, an ex-public defender. Defense lawyer now with one of the biggest private practices there.
Sure, he would be.
Yeah, this is the room. We, moved him out of the ward. Mr. Brandon, this is Mr. Dollar from the insurance company.
How do you do?
Mr. Brandon?
Mr. Dollar, I understand that you've done a great deal of work on this situation, and I feel that it's fair to tell you that neither my son or I will make any kind of statement until we take the query under the fullest consideration.
That's all right with me, Mr. Brandon. I just left Benjamin Price.
You did?
Yeah. From his attitude, I take it that the basis of his blackmail is pretty strong.
Blackmail? I see no reason for that word to enter the conversation.
You're not in a courtroom now, Mr. Brandon. You're in a hospital room where your son has been kept under sedatives because of an almost complete nervous breakdown. Price is convinced that you'll sacrifice your son rather than give us proof that will clean this up. He threw that in my face.
Mr. Dollar, as an insurance investigator, what is your interest in this case at the moment?
Your son has tried to involve an innocent man. The company that hired me would be liable to slander if they try to build a case on his accusations. And you know the insurance companies.
I do, indeed.
I can promise you that we'll dig into your son's background and your background until we get the answers we want.
Dad.
Just a moment, Bill.
If you let Price get through this one untouched, where do you think he'll stop, Mr. Brandon?
Dad, make him go. I can't stand anymore. I don't care about myself, but I don't
Bill, let me handle this. Mr. Dollar, you must realize that my son acted under severe emotional strain. Could I depend upon you to be a witness in his defense?
No, you couldn't. He started something that caused a man's death.
Dad, don't let him talk anymore. Just leave me alone and I'll take care of it. I've done it all right so far.
Sure, you've done a fine job.
Bill, I think it's gone far enough. It has to stop sometime.
But, Dad...
Dollar, my son was involved in a traffic accident in Chicago 2 years ago. He was drunk. A woman was killed. There was a witness, and I paid him to perjure himself in our favor. Bill was acquitted.
Price found out about that?
Yes.
How?
This man, well, his name isn't important now, continued to extort money from me. He phoned at the house in Pine Orchard, and the maid overheard. I didn't know Bill knew about it until today.
She didn't know I was there, and I listened to her talk about it. The first one was bad enough, but then with another one, I had to do something.
Did you make a payment to the maid?
No, somebody else. A man.
Did you recognize him?
Yes.
Would you identify him if we took you to him?
Yes.
The rest, as far as I was concerned, came 20 minutes later when Mr. Brandon, Sergeant Broderick, and I stood in front of Benjamin Price's door.
Well, Dollar, haven't you caused...
That's the man.
Who is this guy? What is this? Get out of here.
I think we better come in, Price.
No, you don't. I know my rights. You don't come in without a warrant.
We got a warrant.
What do you want in here?
All we want is you, Price. There's a men waiting outside who want to place you at the scene of the murder.
You can't do it. I wasn't there.
You'll have your chance to prove that if you can.
The men want to go through your apartment.
Why?
To look for traces of soot from the building. All they need is a speck or two.
Come on, Price. Let's talk it over.
Not me.
Oh, you know you don't, Price. That does it. Okay, pick him up, Dollar. Don't bother to be gentle. He won't care.
Expense account item 6, $40, miscellaneous. Item 7, $2.50 cab fare back to my apartment. I guess the company won't get far trying to avoid the payment of damages, but all of us might make a moral out of the matter. Maybe somebody has said it before. One sin begets another. In this case, the original conspiracy to perjure a witness parlayed to an arson indictment. The son, fraud and murder for Price and Belmure, and enough charges to put the father out of work for the duration. All I got out of it was a headache. Expense account total, $180. Yours truly, Johnny Dollar.
Yours truly, Johnny Dollar, stars Edmund O'Brien in the title role and is written by Gil Dowd with music composed and conducted by Leith Stevens. Edmund O'Brien can currently be seen starring in the Columbia Pictures production 711 Ocean Drive. Featured in tonight's cast were Hy Averback, Ken Christie, Raymond Burr, Gil Stratton Jr., Howard McNear, Ted Osborne, and Peggy Weber. Yours truly, Johnny Dollar, is produced and directed by Jaime Del Valle. There'll be a new adventure with Philip Marlowe, Raymond Chandler's famous private eye, on most of these same CBS stations this Friday night. Shrewd, hard-boiled, given to the wisecrack, Philip Marlowe will bring you a solid half hour of thrills Friday night on CBS, the Columbia Broadcasting System.
WBBM-FM, Chicago.
Wrigley's Spearmint Chewing Gum, the refreshing, delicious treat that gives you chewing enjoyment, presents for your listening enjoyment John Lund as
Johnny Dollar.
Hanley Conrad, Johnny.
Oh, hello, Mr. Conrad.
You employed?
No, I'm not.
All right. Ever heard of a man named Howard Arnold? Big attorney? Represents some of the biggest...
Oh, yeah, that one. I've been reading about him. Attorney for George Castro.
That's right.
Represents the whole rotten syndicate.
Yeah. We insure him for $500,000. We wouldn't want anything to happen to him.
With that outfit behind him, nothing could. Castro's got more guns than the Army and Navy.
I've known Arnold for a long time. Went to law school with him. He called me up the other night. I met him in New York. He's worried. He didn't say it, but I think he's had that falling out with Castro. He wanted to know if I could give him some protection.
Why doesn't he go to the police?
That's what I asked him, but he said the police wouldn't lift a finger unless he helped expose Castro.
What do you want me to do?
See him, find out what's on his mind, and stick with him till he feels safe.
Okay.
Thanks, Johnny. He lives at 944 Sutton Place.
I can leave in an hour.
the makers of Wrigley's Spearmint Chewing Gum bring you John Lund in another adventure of the man with the action-packed expense account, America's fabulous freelance insurance investigator.
Yours truly, Johnny Dollar.
Friends, the makers of Wrigley's Spearmint Gum present these weekly adventures of Johnny Dollar because they know that millions of you enjoy Johnny Dollar. That's true of Wrigley's Spearmint Chewing Gum, too. It's enjoyed by millions, day in and day out. People find that chewing on a smooth, delicious piece of Wrigley's Spearmint Gum somehow makes the time pass more pleasantly. Whether you're working, driving, shopping, or just taking things easy, that good, tasty chewing gives you enjoyment and satisfaction. So always keep a package of Wrigley's Spearmint Chewing Gum handy. And whenever you want a refreshing, delicious treat, chew a stick. You'll like it. You really will.
Expense account submitted by Special Investigator Johnny Dollar to Home Office, World Insurance and Indemnity Company, Hartford, Connecticut. The following is an accounting of expenditures during my investigation of the Howard Arnold matter. Expense account item 1, $23.55, train fare and incidentals between Hartford and New York City. Expense account item 2, $1.75, cab fare to the hotel, where I registered, went up to my room, and put in a call to the illustrious barrister, Mr. Howard Arnold.
Hello?
Is Mr. Arnold home?
No, he isn't. Who's calling?
Johnny Dollar.
Oh, yes, Mr. Dollar. Mr. Arnold's not home. May I take a message?
Just tell him I'm staying at the Ellsworth Hotel. Maybe I can reach him at his office.
No, he's not there. I've been trying to reach him all morning. But I'll certainly tell him you called.
Thank you. I unpacked my clothes, had some lunch, and waited around the hotel for the rest of the afternoon. I called Arnold's office twice, but his secretary said she hadn't seen Arnold for several days. Presumed he was out of town on business. I went down to the bar, had something cool, and returned to my room. Around 7 o'clock, there was a knock at my door.
Mr. Dollar?
That's right.
Howard Arnold.
Oh, come in.
My wife told me you'd called.
Yes, and I checked with your office several times.
I haven't been to my office. I haven't been home, even.
Sit down.
Thanks. You got a light? Thanks. How much do you know about me, Mr. Dollar?
Only what I've read in the paper and what Hanley Conrad told me over the phone.
Yeah, I went to law school with Henry.
That's what he said.
You know about George Castro?
Just what I've read.
He'd like to kill me.
Why?
Because I know too much and he's afraid I'll tell someone.
I thought you were in pretty solid with Castro.
Yeah, solid as anyone gets with him. Our relationship's been getting thinner and thinner for the last year. It finally stretched too tight and snapped. I called Hanley right after it happened.
I knew Castro's next step would be to try to liquidate me.
Well, I'm here to see that he doesn't.
Yeah, Hanley mentioned you, said you were capable. But just to be with me in order to keep Castro's boys away isn't very practical.
Well, I didn't think so either. If Castro wants you, it'd take a lot more than me to stop it. But if you think so, too, why did you...
I really want you to keep something for me. It's better insurance than 20 efficient bodyguards. I'd have given it to Hanley the other night, but I didn't have it then. That's why I asked him for someone like you, someone who's capable of holding on to something as hot as this is.
Just what is it?
There's enough in this envelope to send Castro and the rest of the outfit away for 100 years.
Couldn't you just leave me a bundle of dynamite?
As long as I have this evidence and Castro knows that if anything happened to me it'd get to the police, I'm safe.
Castro knows you've got it?
He sure does. I told him by phone a half hour ago.
And all you want me to do is hang on to it?
That's right.
For how long?
Until I make some arrangements. I'll let you know.
Then what do you want me to do with it?
You'll give it back to me. Wherever I am, you'll get it to me.
Okay.
All right, there you are. Now, if you don't mind, I'll use your phone. My wife's probably worried.
I looked at the large envelope and thought about George Castro, the big boy of the outfit. 1/4 man, 3/4 rat. If he ever found out where that envelope was, yours truly could stop planning for his old age. I had dinner, sat in the bar listening to a thin blue piano player for about an hour, then went back up to my room, where I'd hidden the envelope in the dresser, taped to the bottom of the second drawer.
Shut the door.
What?
Shut it.
What goes on?
Must be a good little boy. I'll get over there and sit down.
Okay. Hey, I know you.
Good.
You're Marty Fleet, one of Castro's happy little trigger men.
Hooray for you. Sit down. Now let's have it.
Have what?
Don't play games, huh? A little while ago, you had a visitor.
I did?
Yeah, and he left something with you. Let's have it.
Have what?
You're going to make me go to all the trouble of tearing this joint apart.
Not if it's going to make you grouchy.
If I spend a lot of time looking for it, what are you going to be doing?
You want me to help you?
No, I do better by myself. You're going to tell me where it is?
If I knew what you were talking about, I'd be...
Okay, so I waste my time and tear the joint apart.
Shall I, turn my back?
No, you just take a nap.
I finally got my eyes open and found myself alone in the middle of a pile of furniture. The gorilla had departed, and to my amazement, I discovered that he hadn't found the envelope. I called Howard Arnold.
Hello?
Is Mr. Arnold there?
Who's calling?
Johnny Dollar.
Just a moment. For you, dear, Mr. Dollar.
Hello, Dollar?
Well, I think so, but I wouldn't swear to it until I find my head.
What's wrong?
One of Castro's boys paid me a visit.
Did he know I'd been there?
Obviously, he wanted the envelope.
You didn't give it to him.
He was persistent in a physical sort of way, but I still have the ugly little thing.
That's bad.
You're darn right it is. He'll tell Castro he couldn't find it.
If Castro even thinks you've got it.
Well, let's relieve his mind. You take it back.
Well, certainly it's no good you're keeping it if Castro suspects you still might have it. Look, you meet me.
Where?
Well, certainly not at my house. Castro's probably having me watched. He won't do anything until he knows he can get his hands on that envelope.
Well, any place you say, but if you think you're being watched...
I'll be careful to lose anyone who might be following. I know a spot. It's about 2 miles off the main highway to Connecticut.
Well, why all the way out there? Can't we just meet in a gas station or something?
No. When you turn over that envelope, I want to be in the safest place possible.
But that's a long way. It just doesn't make...
Please, Mr. Dollar, this is the way I'd like it. I know what I'm doing. It's deserted, away from everything, and the last place Castro would think of.
Okay, if that's the way you want it. I rented a car and drove for a good 40 minutes till I spotted the turnoff. I swung right, hit a stretch of dirt road, drove 2 miles, and then my light picked up Arnold's car. I pulled up in front of him.
Took your time. I've been waiting 20 minutes.
I had to come a little farther than you did.
Well, let's have the envelope. This place gives me the creeps.
Yeah, sure. Here.
Both of you hold it right there.
What?
Oh, no.
Don't move a muscle.
Dollar, do something.
Who's got muscles? Hello, Fleet. Aren't you a long way from home?
How's your head?
Fleet, wait a minute.
Oh, shut up. Hey, Castro's been worried about that envelope. Had it all the time, huh, Dollar?
Cross my heart and hope to... No, I take that back.
Can't we make a deal?
No, not now.
Please, Fleet, I'll give you 5,000.
No.
10.
Sorry.
15.
You got 15,000?
No, but he has.
Yeah, 15. I'll make it 15.
Can't see it.
Then what do you want?
Well, first, I want to make Mr. Dollar sorry for lying the way he did.
Look.
Turn around.
Now, wait a minute.
I said turn around. Go on.
The law knows about your Fleet. If they find me dead, it won't...
You gonna turn around?
Okay. Now what?
I said I was gonna make you sorry for lying.
Well, there it was again. That disgustingly familiar deep black hole. The hole works. I don't know how long I was out this time, but when I slowly pulled myself back, I thought at first that part of the dream had stayed with me. I got to my feet and made my way to the edge of the road. The whole sky seemed to burn with a brilliant yellow light. I looked down in the ravine, and there was Arnold's car, resting on its side where it had rolled, the flames roaring up around it, the charred arm of a man hanging out of the window. Friends, this coming Friday or Saturday evening, you'll probably have a lot of youngsters ringing your doorbell and calling out tricks or treats. Well, here's a suggestion that'll make a real hit with those youngsters and give you a lot of Halloween fun, too. Make your treat Wrigley's Spearmint Chewing Gum. Kids love chewing gum, and they really appreciate it when you give them sticks or packages of Wrigley's Spearmint. It's a wholesome, healthful treat, too, and it's inexpensive. You can treat a whole army of little goblins and spooks without running up a big cost or going to a lot of trouble. So, when you go to the store, get some packages or a box of Wrigley's Spearmint Chewing Gum. You'll agree it's a perfect treat for Halloween. And now, with our star, John Lund, we bring you the second act of Yours Truly, Johnny Dollar. I made it back to the road and flagged a car that drove me to a phone. I called the police and the fire department. 40 minutes later, the fire department arrived, and the wagon hauled what was left of Arnold down to the morgue. I explained what had happened to a Lieutenant David of homicide, then we drove back to the station where I made a statement.
I'm having Castro picked up now. Got a call out on Marty Fleet, too.
I still can't figure how Fleet got out on that road, Lieutenant.
He followed Arnold.
No, he couldn't have. Fleet worked me over and took my room apart, and when I woke up, he was gone. All in all, I was out for about 10 minutes.
Yeah?
Arnold lives a good 30 minutes from my hotel. When I arrived, Arnold said he'd been waiting 20 minutes.
Uh-huh. It would be impossible for Fleet to tail Arnold, then.
Unless he had wings.
Ever think he might have waited around, tailed you?
No, he was already there when I arrived. Maybe somebody could have told him.
Well, who?
How do I know? Maybe Arnold told his wife, and she said something.
She's down in the morgue now, making an identification on the body. Yeah?
We've got George Castro downstairs.
Well, hold him. You got Castro downstairs.
Yeah, I heard. I want to talk to him.
Lieutenant?
Yeah.
Mr. Arnold's outside.
She identify him?
Yeah. Said the body was Arnold, all right. Pretty hard to tell, but the ring and the watch clinched it.
Feeling pretty bad.
I'll bring her in.
Yes, sir.
Now, come in, Mrs. Arnold. This is Mr. Dollar.
How do you do?
Hello.
Sit down, please.
Thank you.
Now, I'll try to make this as brief as possible.
I'd appreciate it.
I understand you identified the body.
Yes, it was Howard.
You could tell.
I'm certain. That was the watch and the ring. They belonged to Howard.
Did you know your husband was going to meet Mr. Dollar before he was killed?
No. He didn't say where he was going. He'd been acting very strangely for the past few weeks.
Did he tell you he'd been to see me earlier today?
No. I didn't even know he knew you.
Well, do you know why anyone would want to kill him?
Lieutenant, you know who my husband was. What he did, the people he represented. See them.
All right, Mrs. Arnold. I'll have someone take you home.
Thank you, but I have my own car.
Well, if you don't feel well...
I'm all right. Nice meeting you, Mr. Dollar.
Goodbye.
Goodbye.
She's taking it pretty good.
Uh-huh.
You wanted to talk to George Castro.
Yeah.
Yes, Lieutenant?
Send in George Castro.
Right.
I think we'll be able to hold Mr. Castro for a while this time.
One thing really bothers me.
What?
Why didn't Fleet kill me? Just knock me out. Kill Arnold, run him off a cliff. Something really out of place in this one.
Here's Castro, Lieutenant.
Well, how are you, Lieutenant?
Sit down, Castro.
Are you going to introduce me?
If it's important to you, the name is Dollar.
Okay. Now, what's this all about?
Howard Arnold was killed a couple of hours ago.
Huh? You don't say.
Shot. Piled in his car and run off a cliff. Caused quite a fire.
Oh, it's such a shame. Well, don't look at me.
It's all right, Castro. We've got strong stomachs.
This one of your cops, David?
No, but I agree with him.
That's too bad, because I don't like him. So, I guess I don't like you either.
I'm getting all choked up.
That might be arranged, too.
Listen, Castro, you keep your mouth shut until I ask you a question. You may throw a lot of weight around this town, but you're on a diet when you're in this office. Now, one of your boys killed Arnold.
I doubt that.
Marty Fleet, and I'll swear to it in court.
Fleet, huh? No. Who pushed your face around, funny man?
Fleet, on your orders.
I don't even know you.
You sent Fleet to find something that Arnold had given to me. Something that could put you away for 100 years.
Really? You want to know something? I don't think Arnold had anything like that.
Fleet said you sent him.
That's pretty weak, funny man.
Let's see how weak it is when I testify.
Look, boys, you're not playing with no punk kid.
Now, you look. Your boy Fleet came into my office, drew a gun on me, worked me over because he said you sent him. Howard Arnold told me he was afraid you were going to have him killed. Tonight I met Arnold, and Fleet showed up with his gun again. He put me to sleep, and when I...
Yeah, go on.
What is it?
Huh? I just thought of something. Castro, you say you had nothing to do with it.
That's what I said.
Then tell me where I can find Fleet.
Oh, don't get me started laughing. I'm too tired.
Okay, then hang.
This guy's got a sense of humor, Lieutenant. You should have him on the force with the rest of you funny cops.
I don't think it's so funny, Castro. He's just telling you the truth. I'm going to hold you this time. There's not going to be any writ.
Huh? You making any book on that?
I'm even giving odds.
I got more than one lawyer.
Yeah, and both of them have already seen Judge Phillips. You're not going to get a writ from anyone. The pressure's on. Fleet's your boy, and everybody knows it. The DA's got an election coming up, and the papers have been yelling for your scalp.
Oh, stop it.
Even if your lawyers show up with a writ, you're not going to be here. I'll move you to every jail in this district, and I'll keep moving you. I'm going to nail you to the wall until you're convicted.
Go ahead. I had nothing to do with this.
Then tell us where we can find Fleet.
Yeah, go on, Castro. If you had nothing to do with it, tell us.
Okay. Maybe you can find him over on 64th Street, huh? The Alton Arms.
I'll check it.
Can I go now?
Not till I check it.
While you're doing that, I want to go over and talk to Mrs. Arnold. What do you got? Just a hunch.
Oh,
I'd like to talk to you, if I may, Mrs. Arnold.
I really don't feel much like discussing anything, Mr. Dollar.
This is pretty important.
All right. Come in.
Sorry I had to disturb you.
So am I. But if it's important...
Well, you want to get your husband's killer, don't you?
Certainly. We can go in here. You know, this happened so suddenly, it's hard to really believe it. Now, Mr. Dollar, how can I help?
Well, I'd like to know a few things about your husband. He provided for you, didn't he?
Yes, but I don't see how that can be of any importance.
Well, I just want to know a few things. Your husband made quite a bit of money, didn't he?
Yes.
You got along? You were happy?
Very.
You know, there's something awfully funny about this killing.
What do you mean?
Do you mind if I smoke?
No, please go right ahead.
Oh, thanks. Would you like one?
No, thank you. What did you mean, that there's something awfully funny about my husband's death?
Well, a man named Fleet is supposed to have done it. Works for George Castro.
My husband was always afraid of Castro.
This Fleet came to my room at the hotel. Said he was working for Castro. Wanted some evidence your husband gave me in an envelope. Fleet knocked me unconscious, and then, for a professional hoodlum, did a remarkably poor job of searching.
Why haven't the police picked him up?
Well, they're looking for him, but I doubt if they find him.
Why not? Why won't they find him?
He met your husband and me out in the road. Knocked me unconscious again. Then when I awoke, it looked like he'd killed your husband and shoved the car over the cliff.
Oh, please. Can't this wait until tomorrow?
I think you can help me.
But I don't know what you're getting at.
Well, Fleet couldn't have followed me because he was already out there. And he couldn't have followed your husband because there wasn't enough time. Somebody told him where we were going to meet. He had time to get there, but not to follow us. Now, Fleet knew that I knew him, could identify him. Why didn't he kill me?
I don't know. And I don't know what you're getting at. Now, if you don't
One
mind...
more question, Mrs. Arnold.
Yes.
When I called your husband this afternoon, I talked to you, didn't I?
Yes.
At the station, you said you didn't even know your husband knew me.
That's right.
But when I told you my name over the phone, you knew who I was.
I did no such thing.
Oh, I'm afraid you did. You said, "Oh, yes, Mr. Dollar," the first time I called.
Well, that's not so unusual. My husband has a great many clients. It was just a matter of diplomacy.
Mm-hmm. You know what I think, Mrs. Arnold?
I'm really not interested in what you think, Mr. Dollar. I'd like you to leave.
I think someone wanted me to identify Fleet as your husband's killer. I don't think Fleet killed your husband.
Well, someone certainly did.
I think someone else wanted the police to think George Castro was behind it. Might even have hired Fleet, unknown to Castro. Told Fleet to be sure and tell me he was doing the job for Castro.
How can I possibly help with all this?
Your husband wanted me to hold the evidence until he could make some arrangements. What kind of arrangements?
How should I know?
He was safe as long as the evidence was safe. Castro wouldn't do anything. Arnold could have put the envelope in a safety deposit vault with instructions to have the police open it in case of his death.
Mr. Dollar.
Instead, your husband gave me the envelope. Said he'd take it back when he'd made arrangements. Now, how could that help him?
I don't know.
He couldn't hide, go to another country. He knew you can't run away from a man like Castro. And if he ever had the evidence on him, Castro would kill him in a minute.
All right. You've said what you had to say.
No, not quite. You know what I think? I think the arrangements had already been made. I think the best way for your husband to escape Castro was to have himself killed.
You're insane.
If he was dead, you'd have all his money and $500,000 more in insurance.
Get out of here.
But he isn't dead at all, is he? The man in that car was Fleet.
Get out.
Your husband leaves the country, everyone thinks he's dead, Castro stops looking for him, and after you collect the money, you meet him.
Get out. Get out.
Get it, Beth.
Howard.
Well, hello, Mr. Arnold. You don't even look singed. And what a lovely gun.
I didn't credit you with this much sense, Dollar.
Howard, what are we going to do?
We're going to do just as we planned, with one slight change. Your car's in front, isn't it, Dollar?
Yeah?
Get our car, Beth. You're going to follow us.
Where?
Get the car.
Fleet was the body in the burning car?
Yes.
You hired him to throw the blame on Castro?
Of course.
You're really a pretty messy guy, Arnold.
You won't have to worry about it long.
The police know I came here. They're going to wonder who killed me.
What's the matter with Castro?
He's sitting in the lieutenant's office right now.
He has so many efficient assassins. Let's go.
Okay.
Howard!
You just follow us. All right, Dollar. Over to your car. You drive.
Howard!
What?
There's a car coming up the drive. Howard!
Look at that nice squad car!
Dollar, what's going on?
Oh, hi, Lieutenant. You've met Mr. Howard Arnold?
Holy, he's alive.
Yeah, but slightly unconscious. Better get them both in the car.
Right. Sergeant, what's going on?
I'll tell you all about it as soon as we can sit down in some nice, loud saloon. Okay?
Well,
It's on the expense account.
Okay.
We picked up the not-so-honorable Mr. Howard Arnold and took him back to the station, along with his weeping wife. I filled in some of the details on the way, and later, after I'd changed my shirt, the lieutenant met me in the bar, and I explained the whole thing from start to finish. Between the start and the finish, I ran up expense account items 3 through 25, $27.75, drinks and dinner for two. Expense account item 26, $49.18, car rental and hotel bill. Item 27, $21.43, train fare and incidentals back to Hartford. Expense account total, $123.66. Yours truly, Johnny Dollar. Remember, friends, Wrigley's Spearmint Chewing Gum is a refreshing, delicious treat you can enjoy just about any time. Chew a few sticks of Wrigley's Spearmint during the day and see how the good chewing helps keep you feeling fresh and alert. The lively, full-bodied flavor of Wrigley's Spearmint cools your mouth, freshens your taste, and sweetens your breath. The chewing itself gives you a nice little boost, helps you keep going at your best. Millions of people get real chewing enjoyment out of Wrigley's Spearmint Gum every day, and we know that you'll enjoy it, too. Get a few packages and always keep some handy. And remember, Halloween is coming, so be sure to have plenty of Wrigley's Spearmint Gum on hand for the youngsters who come calling for tricks or treats. That's Wrigley's Spearmint Chewing Gum. Healthful, refreshing, delicious. Yours truly, Johnny Dollar, brought to you by Wrigley's Spearmint Chewing Gum, stars John Lund in the title role and was written by Blake Edwards with music by Eddie Dunstetter. Featured in tonight's cast were David Young, Jeanette Nolan, John McIntyre, Hy Averback, Frank Nelson, and Bill Conrad. Yours truly, Johnny Dollar, is produced and directed by Jaime Del Valle. The makers of Wrigley's Spearmint Chewing Gum hope you enjoyed tonight's story of Johnny Dollar and that you're enjoying delicious Wrigley's Spearmint Gum every day. This is Charles Lyon, inviting you to join us again next week at this same time when, from Hollywood, John Lund returns as... Yours truly, Johnny Dollar. This is the CBS Radio Network.